Nice job there on the hockey games, Gildy. I heard a little bit last night.
Oh, you enjoyed it?
Not too bad. He's going to be all right.
Okay.
Got a little ways to go, but he's doing a fine job.
Good.
I know that'll get some people upset, but, you know, I don't want to mention no names.
Does he do hockey, too?
No. Don't you remember his line, hockey sucks?
So what would be his complaint with Goldie doing well at it?
It's not important that you succeed, but that everybody else around you fails. Don't you know that? In fact, with the book coming out Friday, that ought to be foremost in our minds.
Yeah, that seems to be
That's
what everybody worries about around here.
It's not important that we do well. It's important that the other guys, whoever the other guys happen to be, the other guys du jour, whoever they are, that they have a big...
Oh!
Right. Like no numbers. And they won't. Hate to break the news to you, Joel. I don't want you throwing that furniture around again, but it's going to be really a rough Friday over there across the street.
You're very confident about that.
Oh, I guarantee. I bet you Greg's life on it.
Okay.
Would you take that bet? I give you like 1 to 9 in the morning line.
No,
I'm sure I am.
I don't play 1 to 9 shots.
No, and of course, who the hell does? I've seen more of those go down the tubes. Don't start with that racing stuff now.
No?
No, in fact, we'd be better off to hear a little Geldy from the hockey game last night.
2-on-1 developing. Pruka comes in right side in front of the net. Shot score! 2-on-1 and Peter Pruka with his first of the season. It's 4-0 Rangers.
Nice going, Geldy. Bad game, though. I mean, they looked really horrible last night, but, you know, those things happen. And then Joe Nieuwendyk got injured, so Gary Roberts is out, Nieuwendyk is out. Not too good.
They've been messing around with the line. They've been, I guess, changing centers.
Yeah. Now, don't start hockey talk now.
You started it.
Well, I take it back. Pretend you didn't hear it. Let's talk about the White Sox. I got a call yesterday from some guy who says, well, I'm really upset because America doesn't really give the White Sox there. And I said to him, I said, nobody cares about the White Sox. That's why they call them the Pale Hose. And it's the truth. Nobody cares. It's a franchise that, and I'm old enough, being 100 years old, I can remember 1959, Paul Richards was the manager, and they won the American League pennant. Remember that?
Yep.
But nobody cared then, and nobody cares now. Remember Louis Aparicio?
It'd be interesting to see...
Billy Pierce?
It would be interesting to see what kind
Sherman
of numbers
Lawler?
they get.
See what?
What kind of numbers they get in a World Series, ratings, if people will watch.
I would think probably like right about what Joel's going to get on Friday. Those kind of numbers.
Houston, although I watched the baseball game last night. It was a hell of a game. Oh, it was a great game.
Neil. Those damn Cardinals came back and won it. Just when it looked like they were on the edge of
the home run he hit, Neil.
Yeah, I saw the low light this morning. Not good.
That ball was creamed.
Yeah.
But and you know what they're saying? Well, they should have walked him. Lid should have walked him. You don't put the winning run on base, and load the bases.
No.
What he shouldn't have done was thrown him a hanging slider.
Right. Well, it slipped. It's one of those things. It just kind of slipped.
Yep. But it was good baseball. I enjoyed it.
Well, I'm glad. That's good. And the price was right?
Yep. From the couch.
Now, you're not still sitting there with an empty refrigerator, are you?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, boy.
Well, I have some
Why
things.
do you do that?
I have beverages in there.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
But you got to have, if you got a lot of beverages, you have to have some food to wash down with the beverages.
Like what?
Like what?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, maybe some cold cuts, some cheese.
I used to have cheese that I kept around for a while. I
like Loschenkugel.
Some Loschenkugel would be good?
Oh, yeah, I like that.
Oh, boy. With raisins in it?
In fact, it tastes good when it's cold, too.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You have it like in a casserole.
Yep.
Like you cook it in the casserole, eat the first part when it's hot, and then just put it back in the fridge, cover it with tinfoil, then open it up and cut a few squares. Actually, it's like Jewish lasagna.
That's exactly what it is.
That's right, only with raisins in it.
Yep, it's delicious.
I'll tell you one thing, there's nothing like that. The Italians and the Jews, man, they know their food. Make no mistake about it.
This is the truth.
All these other pretenders out there, they're French and all
See,
these
if I had a lot of food in the house, I'd be eating all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Like I said, keep that fridge bare. Keep it bare bones. No, you're right, because if you got something good in there, that's my story.
Yeah,
like with me, I don't have any ice cream in the freezer because when I buy it, I eat it. It's gone.
Well, maybe I had to stock up in case that hurricane comes here.
Yeah,
Wilma.
It's too bad you mentioned that. Wilma's coming. I don't know about Fred Flintstone, but Wilma's coming this weekend, Saturday afternoon or Saturday night. And
I saw Norcross going crazy last night.
Yeah, well, she gets hysterical.
Yep.
She's hysterical, just like in Network. But, I guess God decided that New Orleans already had enough punishment, and he figured, well, let's give another good whack to South Florida. He's pretty PO'd with your fat-ass governor. stalling on that slots deal. He's pretty pissed off about it.
Mayo had a good column today. I don't know if you saw it.
Really? Mike Mayo? I didn't see that.
Oh, you should get it.
I thought he already had his good column for this year.
He wrote another one about the slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and about the governor, and if the governor wants what a hypocrite he is, and if he wants to repeal, he's been trying to get a hold of the governor and the head of the Senate to talk to him about repealing the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
If he's so against gambling, why doesn't he repeal the lottery when he, under his term, the lottery money has increased from $2 billion to $3 billion?
That whole annuity thing.
How about this, Neil? So you know what the spokesman's comment to him was? Well, the lottery's not exactly gambling.
Oh yeah, right. It's the biggest sucker bet going.
Absolutely.
Take it from me because I didn't win the lottery. Although a guy in British Columbia won the Saturday night, won a $22 million.
I've never played the lottery.
And here they write you a check. There's no annuity. There's no taxes on it. They write you a check for the full amount. And they say, "Have a nice day," and how's it going, and that's it. And you walk away with a cash lump, with a big lump.
You know,
where do you get a lump? But it's on your
rectum.
That's right.
That reminds me. I was in Norway one time, and I was on a bus tour.
You were in Norway?
Yeah, years ago.
I've been to Norway.
Oh,
Oslo?
Beautiful country, yeah. And I was actually I was in Denmark. It was in Denmark on my way to Norway.
Yeah.
And I was on a bus tour. We were going out to Hamlet's Castle, and on the way they were talking about their lifestyle, and they talked about how over there, and the tour guy said, "We have socialized medicine here,
right?
Although we call it civilized medicine."
Just like here.
Just like Canada.
We have antisocial medicine here.
Yeah, right. And I think the idea that they write you a check is very civilized.
Yeah. This annuity stuff is the biggest. Well, either you can take a lump sum, which is about half of what you were expecting to get, or if you live, what if you're 85 years old? Are you going to take it over the next 20 years in an annuity?
Right.
Give me a break, okay? But the public likes it, man. For the life of me, I can't figure it out. They just they're masochists. They love your fat ass governor. And this whole phony baloney, this dysfunctional family, the drunks and the coke snorters, and the whole deal. There's just something there. I don't know what it is. Maybe he's perfect for Florida. Maybe he's the epitome of what Florida's all about.
Could be.
All about.
Well,
on that note, there's not much going on. We're just kind of like biding our time until Friday till that big book comes out. Not that we care about our numbers. We just hope that the other guy gets a big.
Oh,
yeah. You're laughing, but
you're
it's
right.
True.
You're so right.
You know it's true. Back when the fan was on the air, oh gee, they're gonna do this, and then of course when they had a minus in front of their number, when they owed points because nobody could even find them on the dial. When they had Mortestes, Destrada, and Jim Berry and that crew of losers on the air, and all of a sudden they vanished. Then it was on to Fox, 940, and they say with your buddy Stu Gotts and their cast of losers. Oh boy, what are we gonna do? They got that 50,000 watts right there in the middle of and they did the same thing. They had the big nothing, and the same is going. And you know it's going to be true because 2 of these last 3 months over there across the street, they owe points. Almost every number they got begins with a yeah. So what are they going to do in the last month of it? Nothing. September. Although they do have a couple of Dolphin games in there.
I was going to say, this is
it might get
month.
that weekend number up over a 1. I'm not too sure. And, of course, now that the Dolphins have shown their true colors the last couple of games, now you're going to see people jumping off that bandwagon like it's on fire.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to get better anytime soon either.
No. Although Ricky had an impressive debut coming back. That was good.
The 8 yards?
I like that, yeah. And Farrat looked pretty good, too,
I spent much of my show today giving reasons why they should trade Ricky to Philadelphia immediately. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, they'd have to because today's the trading deadline.
For him. Well, they got some good weed in Philly is what I'm hearing. That's what George told me.
They also desperately need a running back.
They got good cheesesteaks and good weed.
I don't know about the weed.
Yeah.
But the cheesesteaks are good.
Cherry Hill, New Jersey, man.
Good pretzels, too.
Remember I told you about Cherry Hill and Garden State?
Sure. That was my first racetrack.
Well, I tell you, it's amazing to me the crap that I remember. Ponzio's, that's the name of it. It's like a glorified Denny's, but boy, it's a really good place. Great restaurant on Cherry Hill. Ponzio's. Just keep that in mind.
I don't know when I'll be going back there.
Next time you're driving from Philly to Atlantic City.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't
go back to Atlantic City if they gave me $10,000 to gamble with. I would never go back there.
Actually, the last time I drove anywhere from Philly, it was to Delaware.
Yeah.
Because I had to do a show at Delaware Park.
Really?
Yeah. They have slot machines there.
They got the slots at all the tracks there in Delaware.
That's what I was just going to say to you.
Harrington and what's the other one? The whatever it is. They got these huge purses because they have the slots.
Exactly. Delaware's
making money.
Delaware's fun. It's like a county fair. All these people are there playing the slots, and you have the racing, and it's a nice place.
Kind of like Woodbine, you know, people losing their ass and just laughing and having a great time.
Yeah, exactly.
Losing their ass. Well, listen, on that note, don't lose too much today. It's a Tuesday. It's not a big, it's kind of an off gambling day.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Good day to go to Publix and fill up the refrigerator. Come on, get some low. No, see, you're laughing. Let's reform you before it's too late.
I haven't been. The last time I was in
Eating all
Publix,
your meals in restaurants is a sure way to an early grave, Mr. Goldberg. I'm telling you right now.
You know when the
and
last
you know who would
time
like to dance on your grave?
I'm sure, but the last time I went to a Publix, I was working. I was on the Mike Ranieri show.
Yeah.
Doing the Great Grocery Giveaway.
Oh, God,
that was the last time.
That's 100 years ago.
Yep.
You know, speaking of, and I miss Mike was a good guy. I like Ranieri a lot.
He was.
But I was thinking the other day, what was it, George? 7 years, 9? How many years was it? IOD? At least 7.
7.
That was a bad show. I was not doing a good show on that station. That was a bad show. So how do you like that, Disney? The show I'm doing now is a hell of a lot better than that crap. It was not a good show. No, it was not.
What was wrong with it?
I don't know. It just wasn't any good. It was.
You had the bird for a while.
Yeah, well, that was the beginning of the end. Yeah, but it just wasn't a good show. And all these people, you know, living in the past. Oh, when Rick and Suds and you and Phil Henry were on there, that was yeah, right, for about 5 minutes. You know, that was funny for about 5 minutes. When Phil did his all-you-can-eat Negro thing, and there was like, like 5 or 6 highlights of that whole deal. And these people, they have a selective memory. It's like remembering when the president was good. Although I can't remember which day
president
that was.
that?
This one. I can't remember which day that was, but maybe it was like on 9/12, the day after 9/11. You know, I think the last day when people had any feeling for him was when he walked out there to throw out the first pitch in the World Series. Remember that?
Yep.
In Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
And, oh, boy, what cojones he's got. You know, he walked out there, and I actually felt bad for him, like, holy. And then that was the end of that. And then we saw what a bozo he really was. And there's Karl Rove, by the way, on CNN. They're going to get his ass. There's Scooter Libby. Yeah. You wait till you see this thing blow up this week.
I think I'll go home and watch it.
Yeah, go home and watch a little CNN. Have yourself some
I'm going to go out and get some kugel and stock the refrigerator with it.
Now, where would you get Luxion kugel when you come right down to it? I think you have to make it. There's no way you can buy Luxion kugel. I tell you,
I wonder if the Rascal House has it.
No, go over to the Epicure and buy some.
Oh yeah, Epicure is the perfect place for it.
Right, go over on Epicure's still around, man. It's one
I know. It's still
last bastions of greatness on Miami Beach is the Epicure.
Yep.
Oh boy, is that good.
I'm on my way.
Get yourself some of that matzo ball soup in the bottle, in the jar.
Some brisket.
Get a big casserole. Get some brisket and a big casserole of Luxion kugel, and plunk yourself down on the couch and watch the.
And then be prepared to stay up all night with Ajay.
Yeah, but you'll do a hell of a show tomorrow.
Okay.
See you mañana.
All right, you too.
Bye.
Give me $50.
I can't get over what that Huey said today. He's got a lot of noise to talk about me that way. I don't give a crap what that Berry has to say. If he wants to smoke pink cigars, then let him. Why, I'll have you know, I know what I'm talking about. Every morning at the condo, I take the elevator down, and on my way to the car, when I pull my folding basket out, I grab a free condo paper. The toys are back in town. The boys are back in town. I said the boys are back in town. Why, you little... Ah, my God, of all you sport old fools. I know everything that's going on in the news. Why, I even know all the new Mahjong rules. I'm hip to the jive, Daddy-O.
Too bad they're going back tonight. It's the better show when I take your place. I know I ain't no Ed Hoyley, but when they drop, my voice will change.
You little smoothie.
Look at that. It's 12 minutes after 10 already, and we're ready for our first break. How do you like that? Thanks to the Humper. Man, I can't imagine even living. I don't think I would survive if I had to eat all my meals in restaurants. I'd have been dead 20 years ago.
I'm a fat Jew.
Yeah. I'm serious. How can you survive not having any food in the house? But I take him at his word. I believe that.
Yeah.
Well, what kind of a life is that, eating all your meals in restaurants?
That's
like
a great life, I would imagine.
Huh?
It's a great life, it sounds like.
Yeah, it's a great life until they put you in the box.
Right.
Until they stick your ass in the ground.
Maybe he eats at healthy restaurants.
Yeah, like the Rascal House, right. That's pretty healthy. 320 votes on today's poll already. I just put my fat ass back in the chair now. How do you like that? Pretty exciting. 10:13 at WQAM.
No. Hi, this is G. Gordon Liddy, and they don't come any worse than Neil Rogers.
Real American a-holes.
Real American a-holes.
We salute you, Mr. Minor League Stadium Security Officer.
Mr. Minor League Stadium Security Officer.
You flunked out of mall cop school, so you took a gig sifting through the personal belongings of fans of the local short-season A-ball team.
Empty out your Culinary.
You take tremendous pride in asking teens to remove their cell phone batteries. And more than once, you've kept a senior citizen from entering the park with their pacemaker. Clear. Sure, your commitment to your job keeps most fans from entering till the third inning. But you don't care. You're a public servant. Public be damned.
Gotta frisk the mascot.
So we salute you, Mr. Minor League Stadium Security Officer, the walkie-talkie on your shoulder, your store-bought badge, and your magic wand. You are a real American a-hole.
Yeah, let's go frisk Carlton Bear. What do you say? 10:18 at 560 WQM. Here's our award-winning lineup, such as it is. The Momeister. There ain't nobody like that in the world. Thank the Lord. Mo Howard at 2 o'clock. Mad Dog's got 3 solid hours tonight. Can you believe that?
Good.
4 until 7. You better go into training for those long 3-hour days like today. 7 o'clock, you got your Panther preview. The Panthers at the Devils in Jersey at the Meadowlands tonight. Hopefully rebounding from last night's embarrassing, humiliating 4-0 shutout at the Garden. Ed Kaplan after the hockey game. That's our award-winning lineup. We ain't got no juice, we ain't got no toast, and we certainly don't got no Joel Kaplan with that big that he's got. Let's see. Here's a fax that says, reference 714 yesterday, is Joe Friday's badge number. Yeah, we know that, in the beginning of Dragnet. And then it's got on here, right?
Well, I didn't.
You didn't know his badge number was 714?
I didn't have it memorized. I know it now.
Well, that's why he was like he was on Quaaludes all the time. I'll beat you to it. And then it says on here, I thought he did look good. Huh? Jack Webb looked good. Okay, at birth he didn't look so good. Here's another fax. Oh, Dave the Cop, boy, you are so ponderous. Jesus, God almighty. That's one of the reasons I'm so glad that I have very little time that I ever spend in South Florida. The people are so, they just wear you out. You know what I mean? They wear you out.
Do I know what you mean?
Same old, tired. Same old. God. Dave the Cop. Needless to say, I'm happy as heck with the come from behind win by my Cards last night, but the highlight was when the Astros gained the first 2 outs. All the Astro fans were saying, it goes on and on about the game, which nobody cares about. The Cardinal bench looked like some depressed psycho ward. Right behind home plate toward the third base line were the Republican Q-tip, Barbara Bush, and her old man, Bush 41. She was standing and cheering and yelling, that is until Pujols knocked the heck out of the ball. Then her shoulders slumped and she sat back down. As MasterCard would have said, priceless. Oh, boy, bad facts, Dave. Really, I didn't read 90% of it. Really ponderous. Bop. I just like Denise Potvin. A lot of words, you're not saying anything. So you won a ball game, okay? That makes you a hell of a lot better a man than all the rest of us, Dave. Your team won a game. Big stinking deal. 1,822 votes. How do you like that for a total on a beginning of the week poll on a Monday, no less, huh? Aren't you impressed?
I am impressed.
1,822. What do you think is the cause of all the recent natural disasters we asked yesterday? All this crap is going on, and another hurricane may be coming right your way.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. Wilma. Wilma's coming. And the way I'm hearing it is that if the hurricane, the Cat 3 right now, they're saying, it could be a Cat 4 by the time it hits land. Turn the place into like bedrock. You think?
Yeah. Or something.
What would you expect from Wilma? Anyway, 1,822 votes, cause of all the recent natural disasters. Schmidt happened, 653. Just crap happens, man. Just the way it is. Just have to go with the flow. Global warming, 460. Oh, that's another commie pinko plot. God forbid they should mention global warming. Like that idiot they had on CNN this morning was doing a tap dance around it. Well, bada-beep, bada-boop, bada-bop, and the natural decadal cycle, all this other crap. Yeah, hop on your unicycle and get lost. Remember the unicycle and the prisoner? Well, I'm sure you do.
Sure.
We're paying for the sins of Bush, 356. The sins of Bush, so many in so little time. It's the gays' fault, 98. Like everything else.
Gay.
Blame the...
Gay.
That's it. Everything they do, all that perversion and stuff. Who cares, 86? God is pissed off, 86. Well, that's 86 God. What do you say? And the end days are near, 83. The end days are near. That's what the crazy people have been saying. All my life they've been saying. I remember when I was a kid in Canandaigua, New York, and they'd come to was it the Jehovah's Witnesses with the Watchtower?
That's them.
Yeah. And they'd come knocking on the door. I'd be home after school, and I'd answer the door, and some crazy lady with that pamphlet, what was the pamphlet called? The Watchtower, like I just got through saying. And, the end days are near, and you have to read all about it here. Let me leave this with you. Blah, blah, yeah. And then I would, flush it down the toilet or whatever. Just crazy people. Crazy, crazy people. Stop with the religious crap, please. Religious fanaticism, that's like an redundancy, Right. Oh, but I'm not real religious. Well, if you're religious at all, if you believe any of the fairy tales, we're scared of you, okay? We are scared of you. We just don't want to be near you. We don't want you to darken our door. Just get away before you do harm to somebody. Got some good news, though. President Bush's job approval rating continues to plummet. Plummet, not to drop, but plummet. I like that. With 39% of Americans surveyed in the latest CNN USA Today Gallup poll supporting his performance compared to 58% expressing disapproval. You stink, Georgie. You are bad. And Bush, too.
Yeah.
Well, just wait till those numbers come out on Friday.
Oh, I know. Brutal.
In the latest poll, Bush's support appeared to have eroded among even suburban residents who had been among his strongest backers, falling from 51% in last month's poll to just 41% in the latest survey in suburbia. Even those wealthy, yuppie, huppie, whatever they are, with a few bucks, with those nice tax cuts, even they're getting PO'd. Among urban residents, his approval rating didn't budge, still at 34%. And among rural residents, it was about the same, 44% versus 45% last month. Farmers, nose pickers, farmers, people that grow that corn and pick it, that crowd. So there you go with that. Here's our poll for today, before we get to that Wilma business. And then we'll get like 8,000 suggestions for I would think, for the poll today, wouldn't you?
I would, unless, they're just going to vote for Roseanne, which they just might.
No. I mean, she's obnoxious, and I didn't even vote for her. I voted for the Fonz. I got all kinds of polls here. I got polls up the nose this week.
You keep telling me.
I do. I'm getting ahead of myself. This is the only way to survive. I'm trying to give you like a little lesson in life for when you take over the show in about 5 minutes. Get yourself a Haid, man. Have a whole a pile of polls planned, and then you just like sliding off a log. It's easy.
All right.
Piece of cake, piece of Loschenkugel. That got me really going there, but there's nowhere I can get Loschenkugel here. One thing about the food here, it's bad. It is bad.
It's probably good for you then.
No, you're right. I mean, in fact, two things would happen. If I ate all my meals in restaurants, I'd probably get tired of eating because the restaurants here, Montreal is where the good restaurants are in Canada, eh? That's where the good food is. Trust me. Although we do have a great Ruth's Chris here, the best in the world. But how many? That's not a thing like you go there and eat like 3 times a week at Ruth's Chris.
Oh, come on, if you got the big bucks like you do.
No, it's got nothing to do with bucks. It's just that. I just can't imagine eating, because when you go to a place like Ruth's Chris, you're eating a big meal. You're just gorging yourself with food,
Normally, because it's a special event. But if you went regularly, you could just, take it easy.
No.
Have a little sirloin, some broccoli, and then walk out.
Just walk away.
Before the dessert.
Chance. Anyway, the most obnoxious character from any TV show ever. Obnoxious. Keep that word in mind. Obnoxious, okay? Roseanne, we got 364 votes already. Roseanne, 115. The Nanny, 94. Now that is, oh, God, anti-Semanticism right there. Steve Urkel, Family Matters. George put Urkel on there, 62.
Oh, yeah.
Horshack, welcome back, Cotter. Look how many he's got.
About 30, man.
Maud, 24. You notice how a lot of these are like, make you anti-Semitic, like Maud and the Nanny. Maybe they can elope.
Maud was Jewish?
Are you kidding me? B. Arthur?
Well, I mean, the character. I didn't know the characters were Jewish.
Get out of here.
Gomer
Pyle, 15. Fonzie from Happy Days, he got my vote. The Fonz. I mean, just a tribute to stupidity. 14. Barbarino, welcome back, Crowder. 6. That's John Revolta, right?
Yes, it is.
Phil Stubbs, Ed, 2. Tom Bosley, Happy Days. Tom Bosley's got a pair. And Marla Hendricks from Boston Public's got none. She was on some poll I found online. I don't know.
I see.
I have no idea. Who is it? Maria Hendricks. I don't know.
Never heard of her.
Still don't know who it is. She doesn't make any difference because she's kind of like Joel Feinberg. She's got the big.
Oh.
She got nothing. Boy, Friday's going to be a dark day in your life, Joel. I do a lot of drinking between now and then.
Coming up tonight on Inside the Behind the True Hollywood Celebrity Music Biography Profile Story. He was born Grandmaster Flash until he set the world of rap on fire as Joseph Sadler. Oh, wait. It's the other way around. First, he was Joseph Sadler. Then, he was Grandmaster... Well, you know what I mean.
Higher, baby. Get higher, baby. Get higher, baby. And don't ever come back.
Oh, Grandmaster
Grandmaster Flash was impossibly influential on the entire oeuvre of rap music.
Us Magazine music critic, Leonard Critic.
He revolutionized the club DJ vernacular, and in White Lines, he makes quite a political statement about the inequity of American drug policy toward minorities. I'm just glad there are white people like me around who can put all this in the proper historical, socio-political context. Oh, wait, that sounded a little, well, racist, didn't it?
Yep.
All I meant was that black people don't really understand the overarching significance of their contribution to the musical diaspora. Oh, hang on. I'm trying to say that when it comes to analyzing the effect of rap music on the culture, black artists should just leave it up to academia and be glad that their music is now offered in a college curriculum.
Dude, you are digging yourself quite a hole here.
Oh, God, I rather am, aren't I? Let me shift the focus to Flash's anti-drug message, which points out that if a black person is found with drugs, it's hard jail time. While if a white businessman is found with drugs, he gets off with a warning. Excuse me 1 second.
This is the police, and you're snorting cocaine.
Go away.
Oh, sorry. Oh, you're white. Bye now. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Grandmaster Flash. If only he still had relevance. It's a big, juicy, sopping wet look at show business tonight on Inside the Behind.
390 votes on the poll, and Maria Hendricks finally got one for Boston Pubic. How do you like that? Let's hear from Maria, whoever she is. I don't watch that show, so I have no idea who that is.
I don't think I've ever seen it. Maybe once.
18 anti-war grandmothers were arrested and faced disorderly conduct charges after they showed up at a military recruiting center in Times Square and said they wanted to enlist, the protest group says. Police arrested the women ranging in age from 49 to 90 after they sat down yesterday in front of the recruiting station to protest the war in Iraq. When the women, including Marie Runyon, who is 90 and blind, tried to enter the station, they found it locked, said Joan Weil, 74, director of Grandmothers Against the War. GAW. We tried to ring the bell at the booth, but nobody answered. Weil said I heard a head poke up from behind the counter every once in a while, then duck back down. I don't know what they were afraid of. Maybe they don't know how to deal with a bunch of grannies.
Maybe it was a Jack-in-the-Box.
Grandmothers Against the War joined the New York City Now, that's Jack Nicklaus. Well, I was just thinking about him. I saw him on some promo yesterday on TV, and I thought to myself, oh, I know where I saw him. He was on the Andy Williams thing last night. They had a 2-hour biography on Andy Williams, and I actually watched it.
Wow.
I know that, huh?
I said, wow.
And I don't even like Andy Williams. I mean, I don't dislike Andy Williams. It's just like he's like Jack Webb, you know, speaking of Dragnet. He's like you, like Vanilla, you know. Grandmothers Against the War joined the New York City Raging Grannies and the Great Panthers to form a coalition called the Anti-War Grandmothers, which organized the protest. The group said about 100 people attended. And 18 grandmas got thrown in a slammer in New York. That's America for you, man. The fascists are doing it, the goose steppers. Now, what are these faxes we got here before we get into that heavy stuff about Wilma? Well, I just want to pass that along, then we'll take 40,000 calls. Like this one here. QAM, hello. QAM. Okay. There was just a line checker, I guess. Are these phones working today or what?
Yeah,
this,
such as
with the poll question we had today, you would think that already they've been just foaming off the mouth. It's such a good, negative, hostile poll. Just the kind of thing that people... Well, maybe people are out there buying their Visqueen and lumber now and batteries and bottled water, cleaning out the shelves.
Back a month ago.
Here's a fax that says, how about these losers? B.A. Baracus from the A-Team is played by Mr. T. Was that his name, B.A. Baracus?
I'll take their word for it.
Can't we just put Mr. T on there?
Let's do that.
Yeah, that's a lot easier. Well, I mean, because some of these were putting on there like the character's name or like in Tom Bosley, the actor. It makes no difference. Newman from Seinfeld. Okay, didn't watch that show, obviously. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Hysterical.
It was funny?
Funny. One of the funniest creatures.
Well, then let's leave that off. Any character played by Joe... No, see, that's...
I hate it when they do that.
They don't get this.
No.
But the all-time has Larry David from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Okay, well, that one's okay.
All right, we'll put Larry David on there.
Larry David on there.
I think that's another one.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. And then it says, Rich from Brooklyn, thanks and don't ever change. Oh, the only thing I change is my underwear once or twice a month.
Whether you need it or not.
That's right. That's the only thing, Rich. Okay, let me just look, now they're calling. See, I was going to get into this thing about Wilma. Now that they're calling, of course, you know that these are going to be really good calls, because I discovered coming back yesterday after vacation that it's really, we've had a real change here.
Yeah,
WQAM, hello.
Hey, how could you be bored down here with all these strip clubs and golf?
WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I don't know her name. That thing that's on the Drew Carey show. You know, the secretary?
Mimi.
Oh,
Mimi?
God. I don't even want to think
Mimi?
about it. Yeah, Mimi.
Good point. I want to change my vote.
Now, Mimi from the Drew Carey show. Okay, thanks, Pally.
Alrighty.
That's Screaming Mimi to you. WQAM, hello.
Neil, what's
what's up with the white man blowing a hole in that lip?
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing today?
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I've been watching the storm here on the internet. And at the latest track, which was issued at 5 a.m., the models, they have the center line going right through
Florida.
Western Dade County, goes right through Broward County. It actually comes right out between Hollywood and Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, my God.
Cat 3, by the way, they're saying. Cat 3.
Yeah, Cat 3, but you guys should
they're also saying that they haven't got any idea. Yesterday they were showing it going right through New Orleans, so they haven't got any
Well,
clue.
2 days ago they had all the tracks going into Cancun and Cozumel.
Right. It's not moving. It's just almost stationary.
No. Hold on.
That's what they said this morning. That's what what's his name? That jackass on CNN said. He said it's moving very slowly.
Well, don't watch CNN. But I just looked at the satellite. Looked at all the satellite loops because I'm really into this stuff, and it is definitely moving to the northwest.
You could be the next Brian Norcross.
Well, yeah, but I'm not going to talk like, Brian Norcross.
Just don't be the next Miss Kamal. But anyway.
I just wanted to tell you that traditionally, a lot of the major hurricanes that have hit Florida over the last 100 years.
It is a tradition, right.
Come out of the Northwest Caribbean in the middle and latter part of October.
Uh-oh.
The last major hurricane to ever
We don't want to get you folks nervous, but...
The last major hurricane to ever make a direct hit on the city of Miami, which was a Cat 3, and it wasn't Andrew, hit on the 18th of October in 1950, and that was Hurricane King.
Hurricane King?
Yeah, in the 1940s, we had two storms in 1948 come right out of the same area and cross over South Florida from the Northwest Caribbean.
So you're predicting the big blow is coming, is that what you're saying?
Well, I don't think it's going to be a really bad storm. It could be a low-end Category 3. I don't think we're going to get a 4 or a 5.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is we could get basically sort of a direct hit.
Well, wasn't Katrina a 3 when it came through Dade and Broward?
No, Katrina was only a Category 1.
Yeah. Well, and look at how much damage that did in Dade County.
Well, that's true.
Well, if it's a Cat 3, how do you know it's going to be a weak Cat 3? You don't know. It's too far away now. It could strengthen over those heated waters, man. Not that global warming's got anything to do with it, but those hot waters there in the Gulf.
That's true, but once it gets north of Cuba into the southeast Gulf of Mexico, there's a lot of wind shear, and there's a lot of dry air over there. And
you're just all over this stuff, aren't you?
Well, I've been into hurricanes all my life. I was born and raised in... I'm the guy that used to watch Bill Ross all the time. I played that Bill Ross promo for you about a year ago.
Right.
He was my favorite.
Was he really?
Oh, yeah, the guy was
I like Wayne
the best.
Chandler better myself.
Before Bill Kamal, Bill Ross was the best.
Right.
But Bill Ross was
especially
great.
those promos he did on Channel 7. Barnaby Jones gets his man. He was pretty bad.
Oh,
hey,
yeah,
listen,
Bill.
Good luck to you, Pally. And don't forget, get over to a Home Depot right now.
You guys take care.
See ya. How do you like that? That was some analyzation, wasn't it?
Hey, let's have him call in regularly. Better.
Yeah,
than
you
what
could
we
be like our
have.
correspondent because we don't get squat from our news partners there on Channel 6. We get nothing, you know. That's the biggest bogus garbage. Another QAM lie. Oh, our partners at Channel 6. Isn't it 6 now? It used to be 10, I guess.
It is.
What was
6
wrong
now.
with it? I guess we got something against Don.
No.
Yeah, that must be it. I personally like Don myself. He's a good weather guy, and he doesn't get everybody whipped up into a frenzy. Who's the one on Channel 6? Do we even know who the weather guy is on Channel 6 anymore?
Lonnie Quinn.
Lonnie Quinn? Is that the mighty Quinn?
That's what I've heard.
I wonder if he's kin to Pat Quinn. 10:41. Oh, here's the...
we still have the tropical storm warnings in effect from Honduras back through Nicaragua, and we're also looking at hurricane watch for the Cayman Islands. Let me show you the forecast track.
Here we
this
go.
is just off as well. Here's the latest numbers. So if you're plotting this at home, here's the latest numbers. Sustained winds now 75 miles per hour. And look at this. Here's the tip of Florida here. Miami right
there's
here.
that
Key
tip.
West right here. And here's
Don't
our
tell
forecast
Joyce it's
track
on TV.
8
She'll have a nervous
Saturday.
breakdown.
Notice
She'll have a
3.
fit.
That is an indication of a Category 3 hurricane. And just to kind of eyeball this quickly, we are looking at a forecast wind speed of about 105 knots, which corresponds to about 125 or so.
I get to the Epic here today, Humper, okay? I go over there and stock up for all the way through the weekend because it's going to be...
we think, during the day on Friday, and then approaching Florida. Still too early to say exactly where. Don't look at this line. This is the cone of uncertainty. It goes all the way from Cuba and extends northward all the way up to the Florida Panhandle.
How do you like that? Bad stuff coming in Florida again. What a shock.
Rate would go down. Following is a test of the FEMA alert system. This is only a test.
Huh? What happened? Where?
This was only a test. If it had been an actual emergency, you would have received instructions from FEMA within 4 or 5 days, give or take.
Thank you. 10:47. Okay, speaking of that, Wilma expected to become an intense hurricane, threaten southwest Florida. Although, why does the headline say threaten southwest Florida? in the Sun Sentinel. What does that mean?
Well, it's going to hit them first.
Yeah.
That's what it's
and then, bada bing, man. Bada bing. No need to hit the panic button just yet, says Ken K. Rhymes with gay. He says, but Florida residents should keep a close watch on Tropical Storm Wilma, which emerged in the northwest Caribbean yesterday and could cross South Florida from west to east as a major hurricane by the weekend. Boy, I'm telling you, the Lord, He's got it in for you. There's poor Ray Nagin, man. Testifying on Capitol Hill about how the horseball job they did there, the horse shack job they did in New Orleans. The 8 a.m. Tuesday track this morning issued by the National Hurricane Center, according to that guy that called before. I don't even know if I can outdo what he did. Probably not.
No.
Well, there you go. There's the casinos going inland in Biloxi. And now the Lord is really going to be PO'd. You just wait till the next one that comes through the Gulf. Yeah. Has Wilma making landfall on the southwest coast of Florida and moving across the state toward the southeast coast as it weakens over land.
Oh my God.
This place is all of South Florida, and the cone of concern. Well, there's nothing worse than being in that cone of concern, isn't it?
I thought it was the cone of terror.
Now, on Yom Kippur was the cone of concern, with the center of the storm predicted to pass over on Sunday. Do you hear that?
I heard it.
Passover on Sunday. They got their holidays screwed up, man. I thought that's like in April, around Easter time. It's Pesach. So, Hank, get some matzah for the weekend, for the holidays, and some brisket would be good, too. Boy, I sure love brisket. Who brought us that great brisket that time?
I forget the guy's name, I think.
Corky's.
Okay.
No, I'm not some guy. I'm talking about Corky's. They used to bring us brisket. Don't you remember?
The brisket sandwiches, yeah.
A tasket of tisket. You can't beat that brisket. Man, that was good stuff. Now, see, Hank got me going with this food stuff. Now, that's bad, because I need to have a non-eating day today. Because I did have some banana nut yesterday, some Haagen-Dazs. I don't want to admit that on the air because people think I'm a fat pig. And guess what? I'm a fat pig.
Well, just go gamble instead.
I don't want to tell you that I had, well, it would be embarrassing to tell you that I had a pint and then it was so good I went over and got another one. I did. Back to back. That's a quart.
That would be terrible if you had done that, yeah.
Well, I did. There's a large variability in large areas associated with the 4- and 5-day forecast, so this time stay tuned and monitor closely the progress of this hurricane, the center said in a statement. Wilma became the 21st name, we know that, bada-beep, bada-boop, bada-bop. It's expected to become an intense hurricane in the northwestern Caribbean Sea, typical of those hurricanes which commonly occurred in October during the 30s, 40s, and 50s. The what?
About 30, man.
40s and 50s, the Hurricane Center said. I think that guy had his thumb on it. Forecasters said it could strengthen to the year's 12th hurricane by today. Well, if it's 75-mile-an-hour winds already, doesn't that make it a Cat 1? Yes.
Okay.
That many hurricanes formed in 1969. The most since record-keeping began in 1851. At 8 o'clock this morning, Wilma's top sustained winds increased to about 70 miles an hour. If its sustained winds reach 74, which it already has, 75, it's upgraded to a Cat 1. Well, I'm not really sure what they showed on there before. Forecasters said Wilma was about 240 miles south-southeast of Grand Cayman Island. New forecast models placed the storm closer to western Cuba than Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula by Friday. The storm was forecast to then turn sharply into the Gulf of Mexico toward Florida, make a sharp right turn over the weekend, and bada bing! That's it, you folks. You better get out there right now and make your preparations, huh? Get some preparation H.
Oh, yeah.
I would, I'm telling you, because it's going to be a real pain in the ass, this hurricane, this Wilma thing. Another one. Just one after the other after that. Who would want to live in a tropical swamp like that keeps getting drenched? And I just don't get it.
Me either.
440 votes on the poll. Now, yesterday, didn't we have like over 500 in the first hour?
Yes.
I guess they don't like this poll as much. Or maybe we ought to take some calls and get a lot more names of obnoxious characters on here.
Do it.
Maybe their most obnoxious character isn't on there yet. But I doubt it. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon and Singular wireless lines. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Valerie.
QAM, yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
If Wilma coming, when is Fred and Dino gonna get us over here, bro? Because this is getting ridiculous, all this freaking hurricanes. It's global warming, and Bush doesn't want to do anything. It's pissing me off.
WQAM, hello. See, they hung up. They could not do that one.
Nope. Is there a storm?
Well, that's a new line for him anyway. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Hello.
What is with these phones, man? These people are slow. I guess they all dropped everything and they ran off to a Home Depot. And they ran out to buy their Visqueen and they ran to Publix to clear the shelves of all that bottled water and all the batteries and their flashlights. And, of course, their transistor sister. Get one of them battery radios, man, whatever you do. Because here with our vast news capabilities at QAM, I'm sure that this will be the station that you'll be glued to for the very latest and the greatest. And wouldn't it be a shame if that thing came blowing through here like tomorrow and all of a sudden knocked our transmitter down? We were off for like a month. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Neil. I just wanted to say...
Oh, God. Are you pathetic or what? WQAM, hello.
Gilbert Godfrey is probably the horrible, most obnoxious...
What character does he play?
On what show?
Yeah, what show is he on?
He's in movies. He's been on.
Yeah, you don't get it. And we're not asking for the most. They're so stupid, man. It's pathetic. The most obnoxious character from any TV show, not the most obnoxious actor, actress, comedian, pitchman, whatever.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
So I got a fax here I won't send because you won't be able to read it. It's that dim, but it says Lenny and Squiggy. Should we put them on there as a unit from Laverne and Shirley, your favorite show?
No, it says obnoxious character. You can put them each on there if you want. We got more than one from Happy Days. We got Tom Bosley and we got Fonzie on there. And that wouldn't surprise me if they put famous Anus Williams on there too, whatever he played. I think he was just kind of like benign.
It's just hard to separate them because they never appeared.
Well, you're going to have, Schlemiel and Schlemazel are like two separate words, okay? You better get with it. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Yamir Yager. God.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, what's up, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I wanted to ask you a question. One of your commercials on QAM.
Yeah, we don't discuss our commercials. WQAM, hello. These are good.
You called it this morning.
Better than yesterday. WQAM, hello.
The gargler.
WQAM, hello.
Hello.
That was a bad gargler imitation. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Neil. How you doing?
Okay.
Hey, is this Neil?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like you.
Well, it sounds like me to me.
Do a better job, would you?
It's probably all that ice cream I ate yesterday messed up my all the phlegm I got.
And mine too. It's time to call Weaver. Call him in. He'll tell us what is happening.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Keep it going.
I'm doing it. WQAM, hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Ann Coulter. She's a complete character to me.
Yeah. Okay. WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
How about Urkel? Is he on the poll?
He sure is. He's doing great. He's moved into second place and on the or third place on the way to the top.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. You're welcome. You were right about that. He gave everybody else a head start, but he's making the big move.
Leaps and bounds.
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Smith from Lost in Space.
Very good.
Good choice. Annoying. Okay. Every call we get call waiting. We got like a daisy chain going on here, you know.
Well, they're hanging up really fast, like they just can't.
No, that wasn't a hang up. That was a call waiting. WQAM, hello.
It's all Bush's fault.
How's June? What was that? Was it June Allison?
No,
that's the Depends lady, June Lockhart.
That's it.
Who was also in Lassie, and she was in Lost in Space. She kind of is annoying too. I don't want to put her on the floor.
No, can't compare.
She's aggravating. Here's line 9, QAM. Hello. Okay, they're good. They are the best ever today. I thought yesterday was just a warm up for this.
Oh yeah.
WQAM. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How about Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley?
I just got it. Okay, thanks.
Yeah,
how about Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley? What do you say, Schlemiel Schlemazel? What do you say?
Oh.
Well, you just relax.
You're not the only one that's bothered by that thing.
By what?
That Schlemiel Schlemazel business. You don't have to be Jewish to hate that.
Yeah. Well, no, the idea is it's just inane. It's idiotic.
Right.
I mean, it's a national network TV show, and they're talking the Yiddish on there, okay? What kind of a chazarah is that? There's just too many goyim out there. That's why that show isn't on anymore. Number one, it was a bad show. Number two, there's too many goyim. They don't want to hear about Schlemiels and Schlemazels, okay? 10:56 at 560 WQAM.
This is the Neil Rogers Show. This is your brain. Any questions?
This spring, some stations will give you cars. Some stations will give you cash. But this station is going to give you something that really counts. Because this station is going to give you a great body. Then is it. Just be the 10th caller when you hear the sound. And you'll win a membership in our free weight loss program. We'll send a station representative to your house to lock you in the bathroom for 2 or 3 months. That's right. All the water and toothpaste you can eat. Come July, you'll be looking sharp. And you'll have the brightest smile on the beach.
This station accepts no responsibility for minor complications resulting from our weight loss program, like protein deficiencies, rickets, scurvy, or gout.
Get ready for swimsuit season. And don't forget to floss. Keep listening for your chance to win.
It's 11:01. I can't stop thinking about the fact that Hank never has any food in the refrigerator. Just got like soda.
Why? He's a
water.
Single guy with enough money to eat out all the time.
Well, who the hell wants to eat in restaurants all your meals? When you're sitting there watching ball games, you got to have like something to munch on.
No comment.
Here's a fax from Elmer who says, please, and it's a very good one, Elmer. I agree with you. I might actually change my vote. Will Smith from The Fresh Prince. Right, can't we just put The Fresh Prince?
Well, that was his name on the show. So
what?
Will Smith.
What do you mean that was his name on the show?
That was his character's name as well.
Also, it says, in honor of the Dolphins, could you please play the Olindo Mare song? No, I'm not interested. Okay, well, put on there whatever you want. You can put Will Smith, whatever makes you happy, okay? But it would seem to me that Fresh Prince is more definitive, but that's okay.
Fresh Prince was the name of the show.
I understand that. Well, what about Maude? Wasn't that the name of the show?
Okay.
The Nanny? Wasn't that the name of the show?
Okay.
So it can be either or. You put on there whatever you want. Here's somebody, John from Columbia really pisses me off. He says Kojak. Huh?
I knew it would, but, you know.
I don't care. I mean, I thought it was a good show. I like Kojak just fine. He just probably don't like bald people. That's all. Didn't like Telly Savalas. Maybe he doesn't like Greeks. Maybe that's the problem, huh, John? Maybe you don't like geeks. You probably like geeks in South Carolina. You got plenty of those, just not Greeks.
Who loves you, baby?
Yeah, I know a lot of guys that like Greek.
You fairy.
Anyway. Oh, you'll like this story. Florida worker stabbed in microwave dispute in Tamarack. Oh, yeah.
I need to know more.
The microwave wars in Tamarack.
Oi!
Things got very ugly at a Walgreens when police said one employee stabbed a coworker over who could microwave her soup first. Oh, that happens in that studio of ours there all the time. Yeah. Both women wanted to use the microwave in the employee break room Wednesday afternoon last week, according to the BS.
Oh!
But while they were fighting over who could use the microwave first, Malaysia Grant grabbed a large kitchen knife off the counter and stabbed Merlot's Tilmy in the abdomen, the sheriff's office said. They didn't get along to begin with. Who could use the microwave first became a major issue, spokesman Jim Leodol said from the BS.
Oh!
The two women then wrestled for the knife, each cutting their hands before the store manager could stop the fight, Leodol said. Tilmy, 20, was hospitalized in good condition. Grant, 23, of North Lauderdale, was charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon after being treated at a hospital for her wounds. How do you like that? Over who's going to put their soup in a microwave first? That is a beautiful thing. Only in South Florida. As a matter of fact, it's a good thing there wasn't a gun around, because now with the new laws we got, right?
That's right. I feel threatened.
You know, I don't think I have Where's My Soup. It's not in the thing here.
Really?
Oh, it's on one of these banks on the DCS, but who the hell's going to find that thing? Do we still have that?
It's got to be around here in a cart somewhere.
It's just on a cart. Here's some good news. A little more. We talked about this yesterday, but a little bit from the New York Daily News. A special prosecutor's intensifying focus into who outed a CIA spy has raised questions about whether Vice President Cheney himself is involved. Knowledgeable sources confirmed yesterday. At least one source and one reporter who have testified in the probe said U.S. Attorney Patrick Fitzgerald is pursuing Cheney's role in the Valerie Plame affair. In addition, at least 6 current and former Cheney staffers, most members of the WIG, White House Iraq Group, have testified before the grand jury, including Scooter Libby and 2 top Cheney national security lieutenants. Cheney's name has come up amid indications Fitzgerald may be edging closer to a blockbuster conspiracy charge with help from a secret snitch, says the Daily News. They have got a senior cooperating witness, someone who's giving them all of that information. A source who's been questioned in the leak probe told the Daily News yesterday. Cheney was questioned last year by prosecutors and has hired a private attorney, former colleague Terrence O'Donnell, who declined to comment when contacted by the Daily News. Cheney's spokeswoman Leah Ann McBride only offered the standard canned response that her boss is cooperating. Libby and Bush's political mastermind Karl Rove remain the focus of the probe into whether Plame's cover was blown in the scheme to embarrass her husband, ex-ambassador Joseph Wilson, who debunked claims that Iraq tried to buy nuclear weapon materials in Niger. Libby is often described as Cheney's Cheney, a loyal and discreet lieutenant who shares his boss's hardline philosophy and bare-knuckle attitude toward political enemies of the Bush administration. Bare-knuckle. Cheney and Libby spent hours together in the course of a day, which causes sources who know both men very well to assert that any attempts to discredit Wilson would almost certainly have been known to the vice president. Scooter wouldn't be freelancing on this without Cheney's knowledge, a source told the Daily News. It was probably some off-the-cuff thing. This guy, Wilson, could be a problem. The news reported in July that Libby was totally obsessed with Joseph Wilson. Maybe he likes him. Whether that obsession amounts to criminal misconduct will be decided by Fitzgerald, but if Libby is indicted or implicated in the wrongdoing, Cheney's reputation will suffer as well. This week we got a blockbuster, baby, and then we got the hurricane coming, and we got the book coming on Friday. Oh, all of these things. Just when you think, see, I told you today's kind of like, like a limbo day. Let's do the limbo rock.
With Rush Limbo?
Yeah. No, let's not do that. Let's pop a few oxys and then do the limbo rock. This weather guy, he looks like Rush, since you mentioned. Look at that.
Forecast
with hair.
Maybe a little bit today, but
he looks like Rush with hair.
To aggravate
maybe
the problem
more muskrat.
That's the good news. The bad news is we now have our 12th hurricane of
the
season. By the way,
maybe it is Rush. Maybe he'll blame the hurricane on Clinton.
Now ties the record for the most
Wilma.
hurricanes
in
the
Rush
season. 12. That was set back in 1969. 12 is also double the number of normal hurricanes that we see.
Well, how about abnormal hurricanes? That's what we like. Okay, what do we got in this poll? 492. That's a little on the shabby side. We're just a little bit lagging. Because Josh says if we don't get 1,000 votes today, he's taking the rest of the week off.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, that's what he was thinking. I wonder what Greg was thinking when he heard that. Hey, you got that raise coming, man. You got that big raise that they're working on, those budget talks. You notice every time I ask Duff about that, ba-da-beep, ba-da-boop, ba-da-bop, you know, all this double talk, you know. What a wimp. It's so depressing, brother. Just wait till Friday, though, when Joel Feinberg kicks his own ass. The most obnoxious character from any TV show ever is Roseanne, 144, but hot on her heels is the nanny, 126. The nanny. Oh, God. Fran Drescher is the Antichrist. Steve Urkel, Family Matters, 81 for Urkel. Horshack from Welcome Back Cotter's got 36. Maud's got only...
About 30, man.
Fonzie, Happy Days, 8 to 19. Gomer Pyle, 18. How's Gomer's Piles coming? Now, is he dead, Jim Neighbors, or not?
No, he's not.
Oh, boy.
Shazam.
Screech, Saved by the Bell 10. Oh, yeah. That one slipped by me. Somebody must have, faxed that in.
Never saw a minute of that show.
Oh, Screech. He is too, he's like another Horshack, only worse. Screech. He's a screecher.
All right.
Barbarina, Welcome Back, Cotter 8. Mr. T, 7. Fool. Kathy Kinney. See, we didn't really need Kathy Kinney. Is that the actress, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I guess.
Mimi from the Drew Carey Show, 6. We didn't need both, but that's all right. Larry David, Curb Your Enthusiasm, 3. Sure curbs mine. Phil Stubbs from Ed, 3. Tom Bosley from Happy Days, 3. Tom Bosley. Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley, 2. Is that the Schlemiel or the Schlemazel? In addition to which, Schlemiel and Schlemazel... See, Schlemiel and Schlemazel, you ordinarily refer to a male. I don't know if they're like female counterpart words, but at any rate, who cares? Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, 1. He Makes Me Caca. Dr. Smith, Lost in Space, 1. Maria Hendricks from Boston Pubic, 1. And Kojak and Lenny from Laverne and Shirley so far have got the first 505 votes. We got over 500 there. We got a little bit of a spurt. Do you see that?
A spurt?
The Supreme Court refused yesterday to prevent a Missouri prison inmate from getting an abortion. Without comment, the High Court lifted a temporary stay blocking a federal judge's ruling that Missouri officials had to drive the woman to a clinic to have the procedure over the weekend. Late Friday, Justice Clarence Token Thomas had granted a temporary stay at that ruling, but yesterday's High Court decision was unanimous. Missouri's law forbids spending tax dollars to facilitate an abortion, but the federal judge took the position that the prison system in Missouri was blocking her from exercising that right. The High Court's order means that she can receive the procedure. She can go ahead and have that abortion. The woman had planned to have the procedure done Saturday, but Thomas granted the temporary stay late Friday, blocking the ruling by U.S. District Judge Dean Whipple. I wonder if he's kin to Mr. Whipple, you think? He's squeezing it. Thomas then referred the case to the full court. The woman hasn't been identified. Her attorney, James Falakos, another Greek of the ACLU, said in court papers that she's running out of time because she's 16 to 17 weeks pregnant, and Missouri bars abortions after 22 weeks. She said she'll borrow money for the abortion from friends and family, but can't afford to pay for transportation to her clinic to have it done. Well, how come, if they can afford to pay her for the abortion, how come they can't afford to pay her for her transportation? Now, that sounds a little bit bogus to me.
Shut up, Tommy. Why do you hate America?
The court fight was over those costs, estimated $350 plus fuel for 2 guards to accompany the woman on an 80-mile trip from her cell in Vandalia to a St. Louis clinic. Well, when in doubt, cut it out and flush it down the toilet. Oh, you baby killer! Good morning, it says here from Lori in Baltimore. It says, how about J.R. Ewing for the pool? I don't know. I guess, Lori, if that's your take.
Why not?
That's Lori's take.
Stetson wearing cowpoke kind of.
Well, who shot J.R. anyway? He's looking really bad. He's not dead yet, is he?
Larry Hagman? No, not yet.
The tabloids have been predicting his death for about 5 years now already.
He's so pickled, he might go on for another 20 years.
Yeah, well, he ain't no Mary Martin, I'll tell you that. Let's see. Now, it says, please add that obnoxious bitch Laverne, but don't we have Laverne on there? Isn't Laverne...
No, we do now, though.
Why not?
We didn't.
How come we left Laverne off of there, Schlemiel?
Schlemazel. What you doing with that nozzle?
Oh, I got to find that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, during the break I'll find it. Not that we haven't played it before, but it's just so aggravating. It's such a... At least one thing, you know, you have different combinations. You have great theme songs from bad shows, like Barnaby Jones.
Right.
Terrible show, great theme. You have great shows that had awful themes.
Like
and
what?
Then you had terrible themes that fit perfect because the show was awful, like Laverne and Squirrely.
What was a good show that had a bad theme?
A good show with a bad theme was, I don't know. Put me on the spot.
Taxi.
Okay.
I hated that tune. What else?
Well, I'm looking down this... I don't know. I'm sure there must be.
There must have been. You sure?
Yeah. Like the Partridge Family, for example. Just ask the guy with the eyes. He'll sing it to you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. He'll even bring his David Cassidy blow-up doll along to the party. Come on. Do another one of your appearances real soon. 12 minutes after 11 at 560 WQAM on a... we're just kind of like doing the limbo rock here today. We're like in freeze frame. Waiting for the... There you go. Nice hair, David. David.
You fairy.
Okay.
All right, and Josh is out of the room. Play a tune.
What just happened now?
The audio vault crapped out, and Josh went to take a break.
Deuce?
Something.
AC Deucey? Well, I don't even have my Laverne and Shirley disc. Well, I'll find it. That's good, because this will kill some time while I'm looking at it. You know, it's funny that happened because the first spot started very low level there.
Right.
And I was thinking to myself, uh-oh, here we go again. It's the audio vault. And then I thought, no, that can't be because it's already, So maybe it was my thinking that caused it to happen. I'll take the blame on that.
Possibly.
I'll take the rap for it. Laverne and Squirrely. Maybe I don't have that, but I know I got it because I've
the audio vault quit, Duff. You know the audio vault, that problem that.
Hey, yeah, the problem with the engineering in the audio vault. I'm sitting here like trying to find the next bit that I want to play and auditioning. Want to make sure they don't say crap in it.
If you see red box, then that means it won't work, Duff. We have to wait for the red box to go away and then fire it off.
I'll be damned.
There isn't. Then just press the AV1 button. It's on the
Give
board.
it a shot.
Right
Bang
there.
on
The only
it.
one that's potted up.
Smack it. Get a ball peen hammer and crank it.
Start hitting buttons so
Smack
one of them fires.
With Jenny Craig, and so can you. That's like giving birth to a kindergartner.
It sounds like pooping. It made me throw up.
He's adorable. Congratulations. Have you called Jenny yet?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Give us any chance, we'll take it. Read us any rule, we'll break it.
Wow. It's what?
I said, wow.
Oh, man. Who came up with that idea? Probably some dyke,
Wouldn't doubt it.
Kind of a dykey show, the whole concept there. 20 after 11 at 560 WQM. We got over 500 votes on the poll now. For those who keep track, I would, if I were you, the guy that kept track of the hurricane stuff, it'd be a lot more fun to keep track of the number of votes we have during the show on the poll every day. Wouldn't that be a nice hobby? And believe me, from the calls we get, it's pretty obvious a lot of you folks need a hobby badly, really badly.
I have no line.
Right. 548. That's kind of great. We'll do like 700 by top of the hour, right?
Yep, 553.
Now, did Josh ever come back from doing his business?
Yeah, he's back.
Well, that was a very fortuitous thing. All the way around, he bailed out. I'm sitting here thinking to myself, oh, the audio vault crapped out, which it didn't in the beginning, but then it did.
Yeah.
So my psychic powers once again caused it all of a sudden like freeze frame, kind of like that. Yeah. How the hell can I do it? Oh, there's Vivian Vance and Fred Frawley.
About to start.
Well, you don't want a big fight to start in here, do you? Besides, you could be saving money.
Wait just a minute. How much?
Says here Pacificare could save you hundreds, even thousands of dollars.
Are you seeing that on CNN, or do you have a different spot?
I got a different spot.
That is just unbelievable.
Care eligible prescription.
They're using an old footage.
No, I got it.
Fred Mertz and what was her name? Ethel. Fred and Ethel from I Love Loosely, and they're like, they're like, I don't know how to describe it. In other words, they're moving their lips like a bad dub-in.
Overdubbing.
At any rate, kind of interesting. Not a lot, but fairly interesting. Teacher fired over refusal to display flag. This is what's going on in Zion America, boys and girls, and we'll get to it right after we take 20 or 30 calls. WQAM, hello.
Good morning, Neil. There's a catch-up.
WQAM, hello. QAM, not there. Like I said, we'll get to that story real quick. QAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how about rerun from What's Happening?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
what
good choice.
Idiot. And hours from the Brady Bunch and Juan Valdez's donkey.
Okay, quit while you're ahead. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that Juan Valdez, he was a horse's ass. But he wasn't a character that I know of on any show. He was just a commercial, right?
Right.
550 forward, it ain't bad. It really picked up since Josh cleaned his innards out. What are you laughing about? When in doubt, you got to clean them out. That's right. Happens to the worst of us. WQAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Yeah.
WQAM, hello.
Neil, I got 2 for the poll.
Okay.
Fez from the 70s show.
Excellent choice.
Change our vote.
Balky from Perfect Strangers.
Beauty. Nice job.
All right, now that's all I got.
Thank you. That was more
great.
than enough.
2 great choices there.
Yeah. WQAM, hello.
Hello.
WQAM, hello.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
the Matt LeBlanc character, Joey,
Oh, yeah.
is the worst.
You know something? How did I leave that off of there? Not only is he the worst, but the promos for that show on like 75 million times a day. And I sit there and I look at that and I get like a LeBlanc stare at the screen,
Who is watching that show?
Exactly. Nobody. Thanks, Pally. Joey. You want to put that on there, Joey? Not Joey Reynolds, of course.
No, Joey.
Not to be confused with your close personal friend, Joey Reynolds, and Bill Marshall.
My best
remember
buddy.
Joey Reynolds?
I am that hemorrhoid.
Right. Real pain in the ass. That was the, and I'll say it again what I said to Hank before. The years on IOD, I want to apologize. So the show on Zeta was great. Show on INZ in the afternoon was great. But, and Zeta was sensational. But then IOD, it just didn't make any sense on that station. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know. Am I wrong?
Well, it makes more sense here.
Well, maybe that's not the reason. I just don't like that show. I just didn't care for that the show we did in IOD. I don't, maybe it had something to do with Mike Disney. I don't know. I didn't like it. An English teacher's been fired because he didn't want to display an American flag in his Catholic school classroom. Stephen Kobasa. Oh, there's nothing like good kielbasa. A teacher at Colby Cathedral High School since 1999, this is in Bridgeport, Connecticut, says he's not unpatriotic but has deep-seated religious beliefs that are incompatible with displaying a flag. Well, you know what that means if he's got deep-seated religious beliefs? You know what that means? Like that. That means he's a crazy person.
Also means he must be a Jehovah's Witness because they're the only ones that have a problem with that.
Catholic.
Nevertheless, he might be teaching at a Catholic school.
Catholic.
Well, sorry.
Christ speaks of compassion without boundaries, said Kobasa, a peace activist. Flags are about separation, assertions of superiority, and aggression. The whole notion that loyalty to country is connected to one's religious faith is totally bizarre and unjustified. Kobasa said he offered a compromise earlier this year when the Diocese of Bridgeport enacted a new policy requiring the Pledge of Allegiance to be recited every morning. He said he agreed to display the flag in the morning so students could recite the pledge if they wanted. Then he would take it down. But that wasn't acceptable to the superintendent. Kobasa, speaking of the super, what was that character? Pat Harrington, what was that show, One Day at a Time?
Yes, it was.
What was that character?
Schneider.
Oh, put that on there. Well, he fit in perfect because it was a horrible show. Was that Bonnie Franklin?
Yes.
Oh, God, what a bad show. One Gay at a Time. Kobasa, 57, said he was told an unidentified colleague complained because he wouldn't display the flag. Joseph McAleer, a spokesman for the diocese, said it's diocesan policy not to comment on personnel matters. They're mum. Our Catholic schools provide a dynamic learning environment in which respect for the opinions of others as well as respect for school property are both key components, he said in a statement posted on the diocese website. The Diocese of Bridgeport has long believed that the American flag is an important fixture in its Catholic school classrooms. Kobasa, who was dismissed last Thursday, said he does not plan to sue. This was never about law, he said. When school administrators communicated with me, they would say, "Are you bringing your lawyer?" It was never about that. I never raised it as a free speech issue. What grounds would I have? None. It was about the moral principle that this tradition supposedly represents. Avery Eady, a junior at the school, said she and her classmates learned Thursday that Kobasa had been fired. Personally, I think he was a good teacher, she said. He was passionate about his subjects. It doesn't make sense to lose a good teacher over a stupid policy like that. How do you like that? Kobasa said he's received remarkable support from the students. I taught right up to the end. I guess I can say it was my last lesson for the ones to whom this matters. Remember this. As he held one finger high into the sky, remember this.
Which one?
26 past 11, we got the Mo Man at 2. We got Mad Dog 3 solid hours today.
All right.
4 to 7. Panther preview at 7. Geldy, and I'll tell you, Geldy's good, but that Red Deer Randy, man, he needs a lot of work.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
All the crap you can unwrap, all the slime, all the time.
All right, class, attention. It's time to recite the new Pledge of Allegiance. Everyone stands up, please. Now place your right and or left hand over the organ of your choice. Let's begin. I may or may not pledge allegiance, depending on if my parents let me, to the flag of the less than United States of America, and to the republic for which that pagan symbol, which I reserve the right to burn, stands. One overly litigious nation, under the arbitrary sway of a random universe, controlled solely by immutable natural laws, often divided with ever-decreasing liberty and justice for those with a law degree and too much free time. Very good, very good.
Amen. 11:32 at 560 WQM. Latka on taxi, somebody says. Latka?
Okay.
We got Latkas, we got Schlemiels, we got Schlemazzles. Boy.
Gribinus?
Tony Maselli, Tony Danzon, Who's the Boss? Boy, anything that is involved
all
with Tony
of the
Danzon,
Tony
I second
Danzon
that
characters,
motion.
speaking of Taxi, his character, well, first of all, it's the same character no matter where.
Yeah.
And they're all obnoxious.
Are you trying to say he's one-dimensional and obnoxious?
Absolutely.
Yes. Oh, guess who's coming out with Rocky Part 85 is Sly Stallone. They had a piece on that this morning, and solely that it was hyperventilating. It's going to be gay. Like that.
Oh.
And I still would like to just take that 2x4 right to her head. Like Pat Robertson said when he woke up in the middle of the night, "Hey, Neil, take out Soledad." And then Hugo Chavez. Somebody says Louis De Palma, Danny DeVito from Taxi.
Okay. I thought he was hysterical, but what the hell? We put it on there anyway.
They don't like little people, okay?
Apparently not.
Whoever this is from. And also says Tattoo. See, another little person. See? Tattoo. Is he playing?
Oh, they got a point there.
Oh, here's a good one. JJ from Good Times. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unanimous. Oh, speaking of Good Times, where the hell's that thing?
I know. I knew you were going to do that to me.
I love that. I don't care what you say. You're never going to convince me.
Trust me, I'm not trying.
Yeah, you are. Good times. Even Josh likes that theme. Well, he said it wasn't that bad.
No good times on that show.
No, I didn't say the show was good. I said it was a bad show with a good theme. That is a good question, though. What's a good show with a bad theme? You said Taxi?
Right. I don't know if you have that theme somewhere. It's just, first of all, it didn't fit. It was just so morose.
What? You talking about this?
The theme. Yeah.
Yeah.
For a comedy show?
Makes you want to commit sausages, man.
Sounds like maybe the Bob Newhart show. Maybe that would be more fitting. Like Sunday morning news.
I'd rather something a little more upbeat like this.
Where is it? What is it? Oh, yeah.
Okay, what else is on this list? Flo from Alice. I never watched Alice. I saw Alice at the Palace, though, once.
Flo was the one that said, "Kiss my grits."
Oh, no,
yeah.
Not Flo.
Ron
and then Megan Mullally's character from Will and Grace.
Okay.
Whoever that is. Megan. Okay, that's it. I told you we'd build this list up to about 50,000 obnoxious characters. That's what TV specializes in, putting a lot of people to aggravate you and piss you off. That's what they do best. And a very good job of that, too. 590, man. We're approaching the 600 mark on that poll. We'll be diddling with 700 by the top of the hour. We got that 1,000 easy, right?
Yep.
We're like ease into that. By the way, too bad the Panthers couldn't score a goal last night. I would like to play Geldy's goal call on a Panther goal. But short of that, he's doing a good job. I'll say it again.
2-on-1 developing. Pruka comes in right side in front of the net. Shot score! 2-on-1 and Peter Pruka with his first of the season. It's 4-0 Rangers.
Ooh, bad news. I told you, see, people thought I was joking about that or I was sucking up, which is not my style, believe you me. And he's going to be fine. Sure, a big improvement over that fuddy-duddy old Jugs McDonald. Oh, sorry, Jugs. Get on the phone with your agent now. That's just my opinion, okay? I didn't like you 30 years ago, Jugs, when you were doing the Islander games, and I didn't like you with the Panthers either. Just, boy, I don't even want to go into it. Not good. And then Christina Moron. So I would say that it's safe to say that Geldy will be the signature voice of the Panthers. He ain't no Rimmer. Oh, Geldy buys his own meals. And he ain't no Dave Strader. Now, Dave Strader, see, I don't understand Jim Sarney. See, he's afraid to take a poll on the new Panther announcers because we got both TV and radio new guys. He's afraid to take that poll. You want to know why? Because he knows that I'll have an influence on it. Dave Strader talks through his teeth, and he's also very boring. And I saw some of that Bruins-Panther game last, whatever night it was, and he got more excited when the Bruins scored there at the old Mac Arena than when the Panthers scored. That's not kosher. What's that all about? Huh? I mean, it's one thing, every goal is exciting, et cetera, and so on, but...
Another shot off the stick and wide of the net.
See, there you go. Some of these guys need some life instructions. Anyway, Josh Cordes will go over there and work with these guys, straighten them out. That would be just as good as Dave Van Boring when Josh gets through with them. Windsor, California. The students of Windsor High School baked hard and baked long, but it wasn't enough to retain the town's title for the world's largest punky pie. Oh, what's that? What is that thing?
Language Lab.
Is that what it's called, or is it called Greek? We got Language Lab Chinese, then we got...
And now, Language Lab, the show that teaches you a foreign language in less than 60 seconds. Today's lesson, Greek. Lesson 1, Strawberry Pie.
Strawberry pie.
Lesson 2, Apple Pie.
Apple pie.
Lesson 3, Pumpkin Pie.
Punky pie.
Customer, what kind of pie do you have? Answer.
Apple pie, strawberry, and punky.
Language Lab is a public service and may not be copied or authorized for resale. Thank you.
Yeah, speaking of Geldy, you see they start with that punky stuff. That's a cheap shot. Anyway, the world's largest pumpkin pie, the 468-pound, 6'4" diameter culinary concoction, unveiled Sunday at the Windsor Farmers Market, was the town's latest effort to take the Guinness World Record, which it has successfully held for the past 2 years. Little did they know that another town had much bigger plans up its sleeve. Earlier this month, bakers in New Bremen, Ohio, made a punky pie that was 12 feet 4 inches in diameter and weighed 1,500 pounds like Fat Boy, more than 3 times heavier than Windsor's effort. Marie Gannister, the culinary arts instructor at Windsor High, still was quick to praise her students' work, which was cut into more than 400 slices, pointing out that their pie used farm-fresh milk, while New Bremen's pie was made of condensed milk. Fat. Oh, God. I wouldn't use condensed milk if I was camping, Gannister said. Official notification from the Guinness can take several months, so Windsor is content to keep the title until then. And then the New Bremen, Ohio people. Isn't this great? People have got a lot of spare time on their hands.
Right.
Building gigantic punky pies and Then the thing with that, what do they call that thing with the dominoes? Do they have a name for that? Where they have all those dominoes set up, like 2 miles of it, and they have that daisy chain effect?
The Domathon. I don't know.
That must be it, the Fats Domathon. 5670560. We're looking for the most obnoxious character from any TV show, okay? Not people on TV that you don't like necessarily. Obnoxious characters. Obnoxious. We got over 600 votes, and Roseanne so far. We got a good battle going on now. We got an excellent battle, and it's a good choice, too. Roseanne, 163, the Nanny, 155, and Urkel is right on their ass with 95. Horseshack, 39, Maud, 32, Fonzie, 21. Hey, Henry.
You fairy.
Gomer Pyle, 20, Screech from Saved by the Bell, 15. You ever see Screech and Geldy together? Same guy. Kathy, Mimi from the Drew Carey Show has got 12. Was she a screaming Mimi? And Mr. T, 10. And everybody else, single digits so far. Come on, you can do better with Will Smith on there. Let's goose him up real fast. He's a legend in his own mind. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I happen to have the winner for your poll.
Okay.
Bob Saget from that show with the Olsen twins.
What is that show?
I think it's Full House.
Full House. Yeah. Oh, man. Empty
what
House.
What a piece of work that guy is.
Fantastic choice. Yeah, that Saget, I can't stand him. Thanks, Pally. Even LaToya said the same thing, right? She said
that damn Saget. I can't stand him.
Something like that. Anyway, that's a very good one. He'll move up nicely. What do we got here? Well, I'm getting your facts from Tracy and Kendall. Her votes for the poll are Klinger, a.k.a. Jamie Farr and MASH. Oh, yeah, what a schnoz on that piece of work, huh, Jamie Farr? He was also on a Gong Show a lot with J.P. Morgan, that dyke.
Yes,
the Gong Show.
Yes,
did you ever wind up seeing that movie, the Chuck Barris movie?
Yeah, I did, and it was good.
Pretty interesting,
It was actually very good.
Yeah.
I mean, all fantasy.
And I got some great tabloid news. I don't know if you mentioned this or not. You remember the story we had claiming about 3-4 weeks ago that, New Year's Eve, Dick Clark's going to be there in Times Square with somebody, I forget. Yeah, and I said, likely story. The story now in the tabloid is that he's like a vegetable. You don't even recognize his wife anymore, and he's only maybe moments away from that.
The big
fall. The big dirt nap. So that's the good news.
That is good.
Klinger and MASH, and Edith Bunker. Oh, now that's bad. Edith Bunker was obnoxious.
Tracy, we love
Tracy. Oh, my God. That is just sacrilegious.
Think she's not getting it?
Yeah, you better take another gander at that, Tracy. You just don't understand it. She was over the top, but that was the character. Don't you get it, Tracy? You get it?
No.
That just makes my blood boil. Up till now, we always liked you a lot, Tracy, but now we're not too sure. Send a picture. Send a naked picture. We'll decide.
That's right.
George and Josh will decide whether we like you or not.
Pass judgment.
That is, knocking Edith Bunker. How did we get sucked into this again with these theme songs?
Easily.
Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days.
And you knew where you were.
Girls were girls and men were men. Mister, we could use a man like Clayton Hoover again. Didn't need no welfare states.
Everybody pulled his weight.
Gee, our old lost sour and great. Those were the days.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
Finally got a call here. The #1 rated Mohammed David in his show. At least according to my aspirations. Stay away from me. I don't even know how you have children. Miramar, hello.
Yes, I want your take on Jay Fiedler.
Oh, well, Jay Fiedler is a great quarterback and a good Jew.
I like Jay Fiedler.
Well, not to mention he's got extraordinarily smooth buttocks.
Oh, yeah!
But you got to be careful what you say here.
Okay, Doc. Thank you, Mom.
No, wait a minute. Don't go.
But I have nothing else to say.
Well, how about this? How's the weather down there in the Miramar?
I'm right down the street from you.
Oh, yeah.
I have to go.
Oh, I know. Wait, by the way, something.
No, I have to go.
Look, I tell you what. I'll hold you over the break. How's that, huh? I'll give you one of my old tank T-shirts. How's that?
Bye.
No, wait. That was the only caller we had.
The veins on your nose is glowing again. Wow! You got big purple veins on your nose and on your face, and around those oozing pimples, you for if you go look in the mirror, you'll see a roadmap of Ypsilanti. You got your hippies on, way too sky.
My nose glows when something stings. Almost every day I dig. And my veins, they start to tickle. My adenoid, yeah, I look like I'm falling apart. That's because I'm a cranky old bard with a nose that's filled with twinkle veins. It is something like that you want to see. A science journal discovery. How you know has a bleeding twinkle vein. Try to sing it.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay, it's 11 till noon at 560 WQM. Here's a little update on an upchuck on Wilma. Don't we have we must have something in there in the DCS.
About what? Flintstones?
About, yeah. Is that a bit or a...
It's a bit.
You were a kid.
Stoned.
You took Flintstones vitamins to make sure you'd grow up big and strong. But today, big and strong isn't good enough anymore. That's why you need to give your kids Flintstones Chewable Steroids, the non-vitamin with the extra punch. Ask yourself, what do my kids need most? Healthy, balanced nutrition or a lethal muscle mass that makes them feel like they can crush anything in their path? Flintstones Chewable Steroids come in great-tasting flavors like Fred Flintsteindione, Bam Bandrolone, and Oxendinodrine. With Flintstones Chewable Steroids, your kids will love their new bulk and striated muscle tissue. And it'll be years before they even care about their ever-shrinking genitalia. And what little girl wouldn't want to be the first in her brownie troop to have her own goatee?
God, crap. Mom, we're out of barbasol.
What, dear?
I said, Mom, we're out of barbasol.
Make your kid a Flintstones Chewable Steroids kid. 10 million strong and bulging.
After days of drifting in the Caribbean, Wilma became a record-tying hurricane today, the National Hurricane Center be saying. At 11 o'clock this morning, Wilma had top-sustained winds of 75 miles an hour. Didn't I tell you that?
Yes.
And was the 12th Atlantic hurricane of the season, tying the record set in 1969. The year that the Mets won the pennant, 69. The year that the Jets upset the Colts in the playoffs, Joey will name it, right?
Okay.
Right. Well, I'm asking Josh. He's the sports expert. I know it's before your time. Everything is before your time. Too bad that the end days are near. You would have enjoyed 30 years ago. The storm is expected to strengthen further today, and Wilma should become a Category 3 storm in the next day or two, according to Hurricane Center advisor. Next day or two, cum si, cum sa, más o menos, whatever. The center of Wilma was about 195 miles south-southeast of Grand Cayman Island, about 200 miles east-northeast of Cabo Gracias a Dios, Nicaragua, near the Honduras border. What is that? Cabo Gracias a Dios. Thank God.
All right.
Yeah. Cape Thank God. It's not to be confused with Cape Fear, although now they will fear you.
Much nicer Cape.
Yeah. Wilma, which had been nearly stationary most of this morning, was moving toward the northwest at 7 miles an hour, the Hurricane Center said. A 150-mile stretch of the Honduran coast is under a tropical storm warning, and the Cayman Islands are under tropical storm warning and hurricane watch. They're watching it. The Hurricane Center warned western Cuba, Yucatan Peninsula, South Florida, and the Florida Keys to monitor the progress of this potentially dangerous hurricane.
Oh my God.
The 5-day projection for Wilma's path indicates the storm may skirt the western tip of Cuba, then turn to the northeast and the South Florida Gulf Coast. This storm is a volatile storm, said Florida's fat-ass Governor Jeb Bush. He says Floridians have stepped up their preparations for another storm. We don't really know where it's going to go, so the entire peninsula needs to keep an eye to the south and east of us. We'll probably have a better idea by the middle of the week. Oh, very good. He's got his thumb right on the situation. He finally took his hand off of Terry Ender. Now he's got a firm grasp on this one, on Wilma. Well, maybe he likes Wilma. Maybe she doesn't snort coke or bring in smuggle in goods. which means she certainly couldn't be in his family. Let's see. Here's one that says, here we go again, another bogus terror threat. What is that? And what a coincidence that Fitzgerald will make his findings known tomorrow, and hopefully with indictments. What a joke. Where's the terror threat?
I don't know. Is that what's going on the tube right now, or at least was?
I don't see it. Did you see it?
There was something with traffic getting diverted or something.
Oh, yeah, well. Well, don't be bugging us for this kakurai, okay? For this hazarai, as the Japanese love to say, while they're eating their sushi. Here's a good one. I got to change my vote. So many obnoxious TV characters in so little time. Jim Gay Bullock, Monroe Ficus on Too Close for Comfort.
That was his last name?
F-I-C-U-S as in tree. Ficus.
Right. I didn't know.
Not what you're thinking. Ficus.
What am I thinking?
At any rate, Too Close for Comfort. Yeah, he is. You fairy. Oh, gives me the willies. He also reminds me of Alice Rantel. Looks a lot like her. Now, usually when we have somebody famous die, I do it at the beginning of the show, even if it's some old toad, because after all, I'm old and Jewish and all these other things. Hey, sorry, you're going to get a bad book on Friday, Joel. And those calls don't bother us at all. Yeah, they got a full-time crew in there now. They can't go out and sell spots, so they call us. And I'm understanding Stu Gotts is ripping him bad behind his back, Joel, too. I don't want to cause any dissension over there, but that's the rumors we're hearing from our inside sources, is that Stu Gotts is bitching you out to anybody who'll listen, Joel. And you know Joel, he'll do anything under the sun to hurt us. Farmington, Connecticut, Charles Rocket. Never heard of him.
I didn't know
Have
by
you
that
figured
name.
out who he is?
Yeah, Saturday Night Live. I remember him from some movies.
A comedian actor who appeared on Saturday Night Live, had roles in variety movies and TV series, committed suicide. The state medical examiners ruled. Rocket, 56, whose real name was Charles Clavery, was found dead in the field near his home in Canterbury, October 7th. His throat had been cut, the medical examiner said. An investigation determined there was no criminal aspect to this case, State Sergeant J. Paul Vance said Monday. I wonder if he's kin to David Vance. Rocket was a cast member of NBC's Saturday Night Live during the 80-81 season, a tumultuous year that followed the departure of the original not ready for primetime players and founding producer Lorne Michaels. Rocket gained notoriety when he was fired from SNL for swearing on the air. He went on to appear in numerous TV shows, including Moonlighting and Max Headroom, and provided voices for cartoon series. His movie credits include Earth Girls Are Easy, Dumb and Dumber, and Dances with Wolves, according to the Internet Movie Database, with a very, very boring, coma-inducing, what's his name?
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner.
Good movie, though.
Was it really a good movie? I'll take you. Now, I'll tell you, the Untouchables was a good movie, and he was in there, and I'll say it again. The only reason he was good is because he didn't have to act. He played a very boring character, just like he did in JFK, only JFK was a terrible, terrible movie.
Elliot Ness, according to the documentary, was a very, nondescript kind of a guy. So
I preferred, what's his name myself, though, from Unsolved Mysteries, Robert Stack.
Yeah, well.
God. The fact, there's Ted Kennedy. He's going to kick some ass. He's talking about that damn emergency in the Taunton, Mass.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560.
Ted, what's that on your schnoz, baby?
I like to relax by having Mary Magdalene massage my balls while listening to the Neil Rogers 12 to 1 hour.
The White House sent somebody to his studio. They said he'd get paid if he plugged Bush's plans on the radio.
Absolutely.
P-A-Y-O-L-A, payola. They walked up to him, offered $240,000 to spin a few lies in an envelope. There was payola. P-A-Y-O-L-A, payola. P-A-Y-O-L-A, payola.
Are you sure?
Well, they talked real nice about no child left behind and got taxpayers' cash each time. News got around that he collected a fee. They said he's in the pocket of Bush Cheney. But Armstrong Williams, the radio guy, bet he regrets taking bribes. He got sucked into payola. P-A-Y-O-L-A, payola. P-A-Y-O-L-A, payola.
1202 at 560. Can you say sellout? At any rate, there are a whole lot of them. I just pick on him, right?
Right.
All the sellouts all the time. So who was that guy from SNL?
Oh, what's his name?
Exactly. Never heard of him. Conrad Black. No, the wrong guy. Anyway, Hank inspired me to take a puke at Mike Mayo. Look at this. Look at the size of the print on this, man. I finally figured it out,
What?
How to get this print up to instead of having to have Magnavision reading glasses to read it. A nice big size,
I hope they give me my money back. I just bought you a pair.
No, you did not.
I know.
Don't be buying me no birthday present this year either, hotshot.
That's too bad.
What?
I'm going to do it anyway.
Why do you do that?
Just
Stop doing it.
No.
Spend the money on it. Take Josh and buy him that passport thing. 130.
Right.
By the way, it's not $130. It's $67.
For the renewal.
Yeah, no. It's definitely.
What do you mean
not.
for a new one? It's $130.
Yeah, because for the passport it's like $67, then like $8 for the photo, like something for a service charge.
Well, your raise ought to take care of that, and then some.
Well,
and then when George buys you that big screen, the Samsung 46-inch TV,
right.
you can go sell it. Sell it on eBay.
I'll be set.
You'll be all set to go
TV
somewhere.
Set.
Anyway, Mike Mayo, and Hank told me that he wrote a thing about the slots, and I wouldn't have looked at Mike's column because he already had his good column for the year a couple of months ago, which I read. But, might as well, right?
Right.
He means well, Mike Mayo, good Jewish boy. He says if slots can be repealed, why not the lottery too? The nerve of these people in Tallahassee, he writes, we still don't have the slot machines they were supposed to give us by July 1, and now some politicians, including fat-ass Governor Bush, already are talking about undoing our votes. I'm furious at fat-ass Jeb Bush, said Dorothy Billy, 76 at Pompano Beach. Why should we even vote? I voted straight Republican my whole life, but no mo, she said. No mo. It's maddening to hear the anti-gambling moralist talk repealed before we've even seen the effects of having slots at 4 Broward County pari-mutuels. A simple question for the governor and State Representative Randy Johnson, Republican of Celebration, Florida, who's leading the crusade against slots. Why no push to ban the state lottery, too? Only a hypocrite could pick on one without the other. Florida voters approved a constitutional amendment in 1986 allowing the state lottery. Florida voters approved an amendment in 2004 allowing Broward and Dade County voters to decide about slot machines at pari-mutuels. In a special election in March, Broward voters approved slot machines at Dania Highlight, Pompano Park, Gulfstream Park, and Hollywood Gayhound Track. The legislature was supposed to have rules in place by July 1st, but didn't. That's 110 days of constitutional defiance and counting. If you or I violated a mandate such as this, we'd be in jail, said Bruce Rogo, an attorney representing the pari-mutuels. Bush said last week he'd like to see a special session soon to implement slots, but he also said it would be fair game to put an anti-slots amendment on the ballot, and he probably would support it. It would be fair game to put an anti-slots amendment on the ballot, and he probably would support it.
Nice.
Rogo called the repeal talk a slap in the face to the democratic process. If anything, they ought to repeal the lottery because it's the worst bet in town. It targets the poorest and most vulnerable, promotes the notion of striking it rich quick, and it's the state that advertises and markets it. I tried posing the lottery question to Bush and Johnson on Monday to no avail. I've been playing phone tag with Johnson for the last few weeks. A fat-ass Bush spokesman, Russell Schweiss, said, the governor has openly said he's had problems with the lottery, but I don't think there'd be widespread support of a repeal. Funny, fat-ass Bush doesn't seem to have any problem relentlessly growing the lottery, even though he says he's opposed to the expansion of gambling in all forms. Since Bush took office, your fat-ass governor in 1999, annual lottery revenue has gone from $2 billion to $3 billion, with more drawings and scratch-off games than ever before. You're scratching it. On his watch, the lottery's introduced scratch-off tickets that sell for $10 and $20 a piece. Before you know it, it'll be
about 30, man.
The growth in lottery revenues comes at a time of rapid population growth and economic prosperity in our state, Schweiss wrote by email on Monday. Schweiss also wrote that Bush consistently opposed the expansion of gambling to new venues. Oh, but when he expands gambling to existing venues like the lottery, it's okay? Earlier Monday, Schweiss told me the lottery wasn't gambling, but similar to gambling. I guess he's right, since most gambling ventures return 80 to 92% to bettors, while the lottery pays back only 50%. In that sense, it's more like stealing. Still, if voters approve it, people are stupid enough to bet on it, and the state gets revenue from it. There's no sense fighting it. Why should slots be any different? The pari-mutuels are frustrated by the lack of legislative action and still await the final go-ahead from an appeals court, but they have preliminary judicial approval from Judge Moe, of course, to launch, and their patience is running thin. I guarantee we'll be up and running by January 1, said Dan Atkins of Hollywood Greyhound Track. You go, Dan. That's music to the ears of aggrieved Broward voters. It's time to fight Tallahassee's defiance with defiance. Good column by Mike Mayo. You go, Mike. You first.
No.
Come on.
Howard!
Get with it. Let's hold a special... Oh, here's the bird flu scare again.
Concern in Europe. Some information for you now. Romania stepping up efforts to contain outbreaks.
Romania. I wonder if Bela Lugosi had bird flu, you think?
Scientists are trying to determine if it is, in fact, the deadly H5N1 strain.
Oh, no.
Greece also testing a bird for that strain. And the country has banned poultry exports from some Aegean islands.
Oh, don't take no birds from the Aegean, man. 684 votes now. We got our shot at 1,000 today. It's a little off our best numbers from yesterday, right? But that, of course, there was that euphoria, my coming back from vacation. Don't you think that was it?
No.
Maybe they'd like to pull better yesterday. Or maybe they're just a bunch of deadheads. Or maybe they're just getting all their plywood and lumber and water now and batteries. This weekend's going to be nasty, it looks like.
Damn it.
Just like they say in the sausage shop, things are going to take a turn for the worst. Do like my bratwurst, though, man. You ever have good bratwurst?
Yeah, remember what's I wish I could remember the name of the restaurant. So
that's right. That great place in the Gables that used to be our sponsor.
Fritz and Franz.
Fritz and Franz, right. Had great bratwurst.
You ever get those cheddar wursts I told you about?
No, I did not.
No.
Now, that's not that Johnson brand that you're so fond of, is it?
It is, but I'm telling you that it's really good.
Oh, because they do have that here. I'll check it out at Dominion.
Check it out.
Yeah, I will check it out. Roseanne, 184. Roseanne, you can't top her ass. The most obnoxious character in a TV show ever. The nanny, though, is giving her a hell of a fight, 169. Steve Urkel, 101, and everybody else after that. Look at that. It's a three-way race. Well, it's really a two-way race. You predicted Urkel would pass them both? I don't think so.
Well, no, I said he would do
irks
really
me.
well.
WQAM, hello.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
there's a lot of schlots in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't have internet access. What's the poll about today?
It's about idiots who call and ask what the poll is about. WQAM, hello.
Shut up, that phony preacher.
WQAM, hello.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
I want to add one to the poll.
Okay.
I know you split up a couple before, but the combination, the mother-daughter combination from Gilmore Girls, they're really annoying. And shameless plug.
Yeah.
We just started business not too long ago, and we could really use the
Well,
help.
what kind of business?
We're 790 radio. We carry the Dolphins.
Forget about it. Yeah. You need some help, all right. Make no mistake about that. That's hysterical. That did sound like Joel, though. Hey, Joel.
Forget about it.
Yeah. They carry the Dolphins. That's for $4.5 million a year, by the way. A team that's 2-3 and on the way. My prediction is like 5-11. I'll be kind to them. Say they're going to win 3 more games. I don't know how, but I'm saying 5-11. Now, last year, what were they? 4-12.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're making little tiny steps. You know, it's the Saban era now. It sure ain't the Wannstedt era. It's another losing era. Losing proposition, Joel. You could make that $4.5 million back if you went out there and sold like $1 a holler and sold 80 trillion spots. You still could make the money back. But good luck to you. And great broadcast, by the way. WQAM, hello.
Hello. Neil.
Yes, sir.
How about George Bush? He plays for president.
Okay. WQAM, hello.
Hey, how about Mork and Mindy?
Okay.
Nanu.
Mork is a dork. Okay. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes.
For the poll.
Uh-huh.
Uncle Leo. Hello.
Okay.
All right.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, before I give you one for the poll, have you seen that thing on Countdown where he correlates the timing of terror alerts with bad things happening in the administration?
No, but that's obviously, it happens every time. We get another phony alert.
He gives 15 examples, and it's so well done. It's probably on the Internet. It's done by Overland. And he's
I posted something very much like that.
I have seen that, yes.
It's
I forgot
incredible.
the name of the show. They keep changing all the names on MSNBC. The Keith Olbermann Countdown, yeah.
Yeah. Also, what about Gomer Pyle? Is he on there?
Gomer's Piles is in 6th place right now. He's got 23 votes.
Man. Eddie Haskell?
And the bad news is he's still... Eddie Haskell is good.
Lumpy also on that show. He was a real schmoe.
Okay, thanks a lot, Patty. Quit while you're ahead. Eddie Haskell from Leave It to Your Beaver, right?
Okay, that's right.
See, I'm looking for the theme. There's no way in the world I'm going to find that theme. You think?
Oh, very nice.
I'll tell you, well, not obnoxious, but very annoying. Different poll was June Cleaver. She was aggravating to me.
Yeah.
And Ward Cleaver. They're just the most do-nothing couple, man. Just boring.
Yeah, like mush.
Even more boring than Ozzie and Harriet. Breaking news.
Out of an abundance of caution, they are closing down both the Harbor Tunnel and the Fort McHenry Tunnel in
Baltimore. Unspecified threats. Here we go. I was right.
This threat thus far, according to this single government source. But they haven't been able to discount the threat information either. And apparently it comes from a source who has been credible and provided useful information in the past. According to the Maryland Tunnel Authority, the Harbor Tunnel is shut down completely for 17.6 miles. The Fort McHenry Tunnel is shut down 1 lane each way, so limiting the traffic through that for an indeterminate amount of time.
Unspecified threats to the Harbor Tunnel in Baltimore.
Tunnel Authority. This is going to...
So you're right. All this bad stuff is coming down, and just like last week when it was coming down all over their head, here's another one of these deals. Let's have another terror alert. Give everybody divert, another alert. You know what I'm saying?
Scared, they like me better when they're scared.
Yeah.
Wow. Powerful president.
The nerve that they got. Impeachment ought to be starting by the end of the week, is what I'm thinking. I got 699 on the poll, and I'd like to see it get to 700 before I do the break. I sure would like to see that. 704. Boy, they're coming in clumps now, like hemorrhoids. They're coming in big, gigantic clumps like grapes. You know, for years I've been telling you about Dry Concepts, the best carpet cleaning company in the universe that I've used in my homes for over 20 long, excruciating years. They're the best. But did you know that Dry Concepts can also save you hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars by doing other things for you? And during this month, during the month of October, Dry Concepts is offering a special on upholstery cleaning. Dry Concepts can rejuvenate your furniture at a fraction of the cost of replacement or reupholstering. Dry Concepts will custom clean your furniture according to the piece and fabric. No browning, no color bleeding, no physical damage or shrinkage. So rid your home of all the summer germs and bring your carpeting back to life. And while you're at it, take advantage of October's upholstery cleaning special and have the furniture cleaned too. Dry Concepts professional staff always comes up with the most advanced cleaning systems to do the best for you. Dry Concepts, the only place you ought to think about calling in Dade, Broward, and the Palm Beaches. No rip-offs, no scams, a written guaranteed price, and a stupendous job every time. 1-800-248-5071. That's their number, toll free. 1-800-248-5071 or on the wicked web, dryconcepts.com.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
That the end of the world is going to come next Tuesday at 4:30 p.m.
All right.
And the Department of Health has requested homeowners to unplug all electrical appliances, turn off radios and TV sets, and disconnect gas stoves and furnaces. The post office recommends that you mail early in the day. And for those with automobiles, alternate side of the street parking will be suspended. That's the end of the world next Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Mark it down.
I'm dying over here.
Every day the news is warning we have a yellow light. That must mean they have something to hide. That's how they manipulate headlines. What screaming any kind of subterfuge is useful, like a yellow light designed by the corporate media right. And that's why we have a yellow light. Can't explain the meaning of what these lights do. So Congress is at his desk with a set of blow pens and noodles cartoons. Anytime they want to confuse the news, they have a yellow light. But that means something they can't define. That's why we have a yellow light, a big light. Anytime they want to
unspecified threat to one tunnel in Baltimore. Before, just moments ago, it said two tunnels. Now it says solamente uno. Do we believe either one?
No.
No. And who now wants to go to Baltimore anyway?
Right.
The FEMA people struggle to find food, ice, water, even body bags in the days after Katrina. A frantic effort punctuated by bureaucratic chaos, infighting, and concerns about media coverage, according to memos obtained yesterday by the A&P. Biggest issue, resources are far exceeded by requirements, wrote William Carwile, the top FEMA official in Mississippi, in a September 3rd email to a state official. Getting less than 25% of what we have been requesting from HQ daily, he said. Less than 25%. Not even fitty-fitty. The memos underscore how FEMA was overwhelmed by and unprepared for Katrina. That's why all of this talk about the bird flu. Have no fear. Your government's working hard to protect you. Anybody believe it?
No.
Anybody?
No.
Do they believe it?
No.
The memos underscore how FEMA was overwhelmed and unprepared. The emails, 25 pages in all, are a partial response to requests for documents by a House panel investigating the government's slow response to the storm. I wonder how downtown Brownie Brown is doing. Homeland Security Secretary Michael Chertoff is to appear in front of the House panel at a hearing tomorrow. FEMA is an arm of the Homeland Security Department, of course, as we well know. This is flat wrong, is what the heading said. 5 days after the storm hit August 29th, downtown Michael Brown, Brownie Brown, then FEMA director, emailed the aide saying there had been no action from us to evacuate storm victims using planes that airlines had made available. This is flat wrong. We've been flying planes all afternoon and evening, FEMA Deputy Director Michael Lauder emailed in a reply less than 30 minutes later.
About 30, man.
Poor downtown Mikey Brown. He just was out of touch with everything. He didn't know all those people at the convention center. He knew nothing.
Poor guy. Don't you feel sorry for him?
No.
Neither.
A day earlier, a FEMA official in Mississippi received an email asking for Brown's satellite phone number so a senior Pentagon official on the Gulf Coast could call him. Not here in Mississippi. Is in Louisiana, as far as I know, Carwile emailed back. Seemingly uncertain on the whereabouts of the government's point man for responding to the disaster, Carwile recently retired from FEMA. He retired. Battling their own difficulties, FEMA officials were less than complimentary of Louisiana officials. This one has got me worried, Brown said in August 27th email as the storm bore down on the Gulf Coast. I wish a certain governor was from Louisiana and his emergency manager, Brown emailed Craig Fugate, emergency manager in Florida, where fat-ass Jeb Bush is governor. A few hours later, Patrick Rohde, FEMA's acting director, emailed Brown, I'm hoping they get serious about evacuating New Orleans. And it goes on and on and on. They didn't know nothing. Your government in action. That's all one word. They suck. But hey, it's your hard tax dollars, hard at work. Are we going to make 800 votes by the top of this hour? 850? What do we got?
724.
724? We're not going to get to know 1,000 today. This audience is screwing off, man. They are really. They're out. I guarantee you right now, they're all in having fist fights at Publix. And don't forget that new law now. It's October 18th. 17 days. Anybody tries to get that bottled water and jam in front of you in line, they're a hazard to your existence, to your survival if we have a bad hurricane, if Wilma strikes on the weekend. So threaten. Right.
Are you threatening me?
Yes. 726. That is weak, man. That is so lame. We haven't got no shot. Holy cow. This is, well, who cares? You know what? So Josh will take off the rest of the week, and as a gesture of support, we'll join him. How do you like that?
That's right. They can play some sports games.
Yeah. Here's line 9, WQAM. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Okay.
I got a couple for the list. How about Ray Romano, Cliff
Disgusting.
Huxtable, or anybody from Mama's family?
Okay.
Love you, Neil. Bye.
See ya. Anybody from what? All in the family, he said? He was doing well until he got to that point. Why are they saying that?
He said Mama's family.
Oh, Mama's family.
But
what is
just
that?
about anybody from, like, pick a name, would you?
Yeah, what is Mama's family?
It's that Vicki Lawrence show. It was a horrible show.
Vicki Lawrence. Oh, my God. I think he had a point. Yeah, but anybody from.
Pick
See,
somebody,
in
like
addition to which
Mama.
he gave us a list of 55 anyways.
Right.
You know, the most obnoxious character. Not the 55
Anybody
most
on
obnoxious
ABC.
characters. Yeah, anybody on television. Anybody who's ever been on a sitcom. Get with it, okay? And get with this poll, man, because we're going to be off source if we don't get to that 1,000 votes after our really heady start there, huh? I told you I was a little bit nervous about this today, didn't I? Of course, we can't compete with that big fat pill-popping rush now, so from now till 2 o'clock, we're under the gun. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I was talking to George last week about this broad on ABC News saying that the implications from the delay indictment is going to be huge for the Bush White House, and it just shows that they're lost because if they can't get them on a war and a hurricane and all the other BS.
Yeah.
But anyway,
not to mention that phony teleconference of the troops last Thursday.
Well, that was a
They
sham.
spent about 2 minutes exposing that, and that was the end of that. We didn't hear
Karl
any more.
Rove's going to walk.
Yeah.
Scooter's going to scoot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
we're all going to take it up the nose.
Yeah. Anyway, Neil, I'm out of material.
Good luck to you, Pally.
You're a savage.
Okay. 567. He's talking about Herschel Savage. Boy, if there's one porno guy that really just, well, there's several, but I mean, they just nauseate me. Herschel Savage. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, you do.
I do?
He's Jewish, but looks like Hispanic.
Okay.
Kind of chunky. He goes way back to the day when Randy West was still doing that crap. And
I could name maybe 3 male porn guys, and they're
no,
from
that's
100
not
years
true.
ago.
That's not true.
Peter North, because you mentioned him a lot.
Right.
I never would have heard of him.
Your hairy buddy.
Right. The hedgehog of porn, Ron Jeremy.
Ron
because,
Jeremy.
He's everywhere.
Randy West. There's 3. We haven't even started yet.
Okay. Oh, and John Holmes.
John
because,
Holmes.
is famous.
Rest in peace is right.
That's it?
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
You don't know it from
I keep
Herschel
disappointing
Savage?
people. I never really spent a lot of time on proper porn, you know.
I see. Well, at any rate.
Not my,
Let's not get into that because Joyce will get all bent out of shape and start making all kinds of disgusting comments. Hey, Joyce, you are disgusting. And by the way, nice job on handling all the difficulties that you and Greg and the Beasleys have gotten us into. Nice work. You're really doing it. Not. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I wanted to ask Neil a question.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to ask him. The governor of Mississippi went ahead and signed those casinos to be reconstructed inland, and I want to know what's going. Yes, a conservative Republican,
right.
And Bush in this state can't even let the machines go into the pari-mutuel.
That's your fat ass governor, man.
Is that a disgrace or what?
Absolutely.
So
Good luck to you, pal. Good luck to you. We got a lot of slots here. Every track in Ontario has got slots. You got your, let's see, Flamborough. You got Woodbine. You got Mohawk. You got Western Fair. You got tracks in Grand River. There must be like, I would say,
about 30, man.
All over Ontario, Canada. And every track has got slots, and the purses are great, and it's bringing a lot of revenue for the province. And, of course, they are, they're doing their thing. A fool and his money are soon parted, but nevertheless, it's bringing a lot of money and gives people a chance to get off the street, right?
Right. Hey, just so you know, I'm not sending you this fax about Ed Schultz because it's what you were telling me all about this morning. So you
already been there and done that. I don't care. The fact that article says the America's leading progressive talk host Ed Schultz. When I read that at that point, I realized where it was coming from. Maybe the forces overseas will be relieved not to hear Ed Schultz, if you ask me. 743 votes at 1227. That's like, I don't know, kind of touchy, wouldn't you think? We need 257 by 2 o'clock. 257 rhymes with heaven and unleavened. Oh, brother, that is really a little on the scary side. We're deeply concerned right now. I bet you Duff comes running in there now, like when the audio vault crapped out. There was a lot of crap going on during that moment. What Josh told me. Tunnels are closings are a safety precaution after a threat. No date, no time. Like the Guess Who would say, no time, but nevertheless, they're checking out everything twice to see who's naughty and nice. Another diversion because the moment of truth is near.
Talk about your Teflon presidents. Woo, you ain't kidding. Goodbye, George. You gotta go, me oh my oh. You gotta go home 'cause you up bad on the bio. But you sure flew quick when it came to sick Terry Shiloh. Cube, son of a bush, is a foot in your tush. Now say goodbye, yo. That's right, Georgie. While people drowned, you played a round of relaxing golf. Well, he was on vacation. Priorities are not your cup of tea. That's evident. Oops. And no one cared to even prepare for the worst scenario. You were the one busy having fun, and that's a no-no. You'll investigate at a later date. That's real bullshit. So, think your situation. The ones that up should get locked up so it don't continue. But no one will get blamed like with Agent Flame. No heads will roll, of course. And as for this, there'll be a slap on the wrist and no charges filed. What a surprise, 'cause you're a liar. No one gets fired with each new Nesso. Nobody. A new death toll, a slip in the polls, that's no problemo. He'll fix it. Your spin machine will deal with New Orleans, 'cause that's their job-o. As per usual. Son of a bush is a foot in your tush. You're an asshole. We just don't understand you got blood on your hands, but want no blame. I'm a problem solver. You made it obvious, at least to most of us, you have no shame. Shame, what's that? And what's with that smirk, you stupid jerk, when people have died? Son of a beach, you should be impeached, and we mean pronto. Now do us all a favor and get the out. You hear? Jackass.
2701, they're getting all frantic now. The Baltimore situation, a news conference coming up momentarily. Everybody panic.
Oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God.
Yeah, 760 votes. I'm going to panic about that. That's not good. That is nicht good, you know what?
No, niche.
What the hell happened there? We were like rolling right along, almost on a pace with yesterday, and just all of a sudden, like, they lost interest. Maybe when we stopped taking so many of those really fantastic calls, that might have done it. Anyway.
Do it.
What? Do what?
Some calls.
Get out of here.
Okay, bye.
One of two tunnels carrying traffic under Baltimore's harbor was closed today. Another was partially shut down. I guess that's a partial alert. In response to what an official said was a security threat. A security threat.
Oh, my God.
The Baltimore Harbor Tunnel was closed while the Fort McHenry Tunnel was partially closed, with one lane of traffic moving in each direction, said Lieutenant Colonel David Franklin. I wonder if he's kin to Franklin Sears of the Maryland Transportation Authority Police. The closures were in response to a threat, federal law enforcement officials said. The official who spoke on condition of anonymity because of the sensitivity of the issue did not provide any further information about the nature of the threat. It's New York from, let's see, a week ago Friday, wasn't it?
Okay.
What day was that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, whatever day it was. It's all BS. But another federal law enforcement official said the threat was phoned into authorities by a person claiming to have information from abroad. We don't know which broad. Some broad. Authorities are skeptical of the claim, but are checking it out nonetheless. Of an abundance of caution, the official said. The source also spoke on condition of anonymity. It is the best. How about Angela Lansbury? Why are they picking on poor Angela? She never stole a freight train. What's wrong with her?
No, but she wrote about it.
What was wrong with Angela Lansbury? Oh, she ain't no Doonesbury. I'm confusing her with, what's her name?
What's her name?
From Bewitched.
Oh, and Dora?
And who is that?
The actress?
Yes.
It'll come
Agnes Moorehead.
There you go.
Was that it?
That's it.
Not to be confused with Mercedes McCambridge, who did the growling and all the background noises for The Exorcist. Yeah.
Let Jesus.
You idiot.
Hey, you too.
Angela Lansbury, it says here. Now, who the hell is that?
Murder,
that's
She Wrote.
the Miss Murder, She Wrote. Well, I wouldn't say she's obnoxious, just annoying.
That's like Matlock. It's another old people.
Murder, She Wrote. Angela, go away. Don't go away mad. Just go away. I wouldn't put her on there. She's not obnoxious, just very annoying. We got a story about a nut-cracking gorilla.
Okay.
You know, somebody who calls me the 900-pound gorilla.
All right.
I'm a real ball buster, but nevertheless. An infant gorilla in a Congo sanctuary is smashing palm nuts between two rocks to extract oil, surprising and intriguing scientists to... Oh, intriguing, there's that word again. Maybe Greg is intrigued by this. He's always intrigued by things, you know? He was intrigued by the idea of taking the first team off of there and putting some other crap on. He was intrigued by the idea of putting the Stern on and getting us some more fines with the FCC. He's always intrigued, you know? He's a real intriguing guy. Anyway, surprising and intriguing scientists who say they have much to learn about what gorillas can do and about what that says about evolution. Oh, not evolution again. You county pinko bastards, you propagandists. It had been thought that the premeditated use of stones and sticks to accomplish a task like cracking nuts was restricted to humans and smaller, more agile chimpanzees, just the small pansies. Then, in late September, keepers at a Diane Fossey Gorilla Fund International Sanctuary in this eastern Congo city of Goma saw 2.5-year-old female gorilla Itibero smashing palm nuts between rocks in the hammer and anvil technique, considered among the most complex tool use behaviors. How do you like that?
All right.
This is a surprising finding given what we know about tool use in gorillas, Diane Fossey Gorilla Fund primatologist Patrick Melman said earlier this month at his Goma office. Melman said that the finding indicates that complex tool use may not be a trait developed only by humans and chimpanzees and could have its origins earlier in the evolutionary chain among ancestors common to both humans and our closest relatives, the great apes. Oh, no. There they go with that Patrick Ewing stuff again. Really pisses me off when they do. Every time they do that, I get aggravated. Don't you? Oh, yeah. 775, man. This audience is barely alive, barely ticking. 5670560. I'm not doing too good of a job of getting my pile here. I've had a couple, but... You know what?
Well, when you have all these great calls.
Yeah, that's true. You got a good point. Let's get a lot of good calls on between now and 2 o'clock. Set it all up for the Mo-Meister when we pass it right over to him. Don't drop it now, Mo, whatever you do. WQAM, hello.
Yes, hi.
Yes, sir.
Neil?
Speaking.
Hi, Neil. Has anyone mentioned Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, whatever her name is, Jane Seymour?
Is she bad?
She's horrible.
Okay.
And have you ever done a poll for worst reality TV or most annoying reality TV star?
Yes. Reality TV star?
Yeah, yes. Because there's a lot of them.
We'll put one name on there, Victoria Gotti.
No. Omarosa. Omarosa, the girl from Sweet 16's.
Yeah.
Worst thing ever.
That's a good poll idea. We'll mark it down. Thanks, Howard.
All right.
She's the most hated reality star.
Absolutely. Yes.
Bravo and TV Guide ask viewers to decide, and they pick their by far. Like to smash your head in with my guitar. Oh! People say Omarosa is a jerk. William Hung was no match, or even Richard Hatch. She drives us all berserk. America, sick of her evil smirk. She even beat Bobby Brown, weed smoking has been clowned, and his crack whack wife Whitney. And I bet she feels crappy, got more votes than Cappy, the worst in TV history. Omarosa's the one we all despise. Well, she's Miss Prim and Proper, and no one can stop her from telling her lies. Love when Trump fired the witch, all she did was constantly bitch. She's the most hated reality star by far.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
And hold it.
Drew Carey.
I married Kenny a few months ago.
Now all of a sudden she says something's odd.
That's why I'm charging him with fraud.
'Cause when Renee walked out and filed a lawsuit, she made the whole world think I'm some kind of fruit. Now people everywhere wonder what she meant by this annulment. Don't she like my hair?
It's true that I walked out. I was disgusted by that cowboy hat he always kept on his head. Now there is no doubt that he's a phony. I'll pay alimony just so I can get out.
791 vote. That's, well, we're closing in on 800, but we need to get like about what we say, 830, 850, 850?
All right.
About 30, man. 30? By the top of the hour. Have a real shot at 1,000. I didn't think we'd have to, like, fight for this today. I thought it would, like, be, like, sliding right off the
whatever.
roof.
They got more important things like tunnel madness and the hurricane.
What about the news conference coming up momentarily on the Baltimore situation? A
Breaking
situation,
news.
man. Oh, here's more breaking news. Uh-oh. Oh, that's the end. They're going to that Ditech spot.
Breaking news. Here's a commercial.
Yeah. The most obnoxious character from any TV show ever is Roseanne 203, The Nanny 181. That's Nanny. Steve Urkel, Family Matters 119. Then it's way down after that. Horseshack, Welcome Back, Cotter 47, Maud 42, Gomer Pyle 26, Fonzie 25, Screech 20, Mimi from The New Carey Show 17, Will Smith 14, Mr. T 13. Larry David, Curb Your Enthusiasm 9, Barbarino, Welcome Back, Cotter 9, Joey from Friends 8. Oh, is he funny? No. Can he sing?
No.
Can he act?
No. No.
But other than that,
Yeah.
Fez from That 70 Show 6, Dr. Smith, Lost in Space 6, Phil Stubbs from Ed 6, JJ, Good Times 5, Balky, Perfect Strangers 5, Squiggy from Laverne and Squirrely 5, Schlemiel Schlemazel, Louie from Taxi 4, Tom Bosley, Happy Days 4, Ray from Everybody Loves Raymond 3, J.R. Ewing 3, Monroe, Too Close for Comfort 2, Karen from Will and Grace 2, Laverne from You Know What 2, Alice from the Brady Bunch 1, Maria Hendricks from Boston Pubic 1. Then we got some on here that have none. Mork, Daniel from Full House, Flo from Alice, Dwayne Schneider, One Day at a Time. Dwayne Schneider?
Dwayne Schneider.
I didn't know he had a first name. He was always just Schneider, wasn't he?
Well,
Pat Harrington.
Learn
By the way,
something
Louis Nye is dead. Oh, what was us?
He's no Louis Nye.
Kojak none, and Lenny from Laverne and Squirrely are none. Out of 795, it's probably more than that. Refresh it.
The Stanley Cup.
Okay. Yeah, let's get hockey intensive. That'll do it. I still got 795, don't you? What do you got?
It's refreshing now.
Well, how long can it take to refresh?
On this
796?
computer? There you go. Same thing.
Oh. Very slowly, very ponderous, man. It's gotten ponderous. I got important stuff here, though. 2 stories on Harriet Miers, okay? As the White House renewed its attempts to rally backing for the Supreme Court nominee Harriet Miers, her views or non-views on a key privacy case appeared to ignite more controversy.
Oh, my God.
Miers spent much of yesterday on Capitol Hill visiting with senators, among them Senate Judiciary Committee Chairman Arlen Specter. After their meeting, Specter told reporters that Miers said she believed the 1965 case of Griswold versus Connecticut, a landmark ruling establishing the right to privacy, was rightly decided, but when the White House took exception to Specter's comments, the Pennsylvania Republican released a statement saying Miers later called to tell him he had misunderstood her answer. Oh, you following the way this is going?
Uh-huh.
Specter said Miers, in the later phone call, told him she had not taken a position on either Griswold or the right to privacy, the legal underpinning for the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision legalizing abortion. Specter's statement didn't withdraw his comments about Miers discussing Griswold with him, nor did it offer correction, but the statement said the chairman accepted Miers' contention that he misunderstood what she said. Right. Some conservatives have expressed reservations about Miers' nomination, and the latest back and forth over the issue of privacy, the linchpin in abortion rights, only deepened their doubts. President Bush's nomination of Miers has divided even his supporters, many of whom had hoped for a nominee with a clear record of being a full-fledged card-carrying Nazi. Now, the right-wing, oh, look at this, unspecified threat.
Checking out vehicles.
Yeah, I did nothing. They're checking them twice to see who's naughty and who's nice and who wants to go to Baltimore anyhow. Judgment call. Did Christian conservatives receive assurances that Miers would oppose Roe v. Wade? And an editorial in the Wall Street Journal, in the right-wing Wall Street Journal. How do you like that? 2 days after President Bush announced Harriet Miers' Supreme Court nomination, James Dobson of the unctuous Focus Pocus on the Family raised some eyebrows by declaring on his radio program, "When you know some of the things that I know, that I probably shouldn't know, you will understand why I have said with fear and trepidation that I believe Harriet Miers will be a good justice." Mr. Dobson quelled the controversy by saying that Karl Rove, the White House's deputy chief of staff, hadn't given him assurances about how Justice Miers would vote. I would have loved to have known how Harriet Miers views Roe v. Wade, Mr. Dobson said last week, but even if Karl had known the answer to that, I'm certain that he didn't because the president himself said he didn't know, Karl would not have told me that. That's the most incendiary information that's out there, and it was never part of our discussion. It might, however, have been part of another discussion. On October 3rd, the day that Miers' nomination was announced, Mr. Dobson and other religious conservatives held a conference call to discuss the nomination. One of the people on the call took extensive notes which I've obtained. According to the notes, two of Ms. Miers' closest friends, that's Ms. Miers, both sitting judges, said during the call that she would vote to overturn Roe v. Wade. The call was moderated by the Reverend Donald Wildman of the American Family Association. Participating were 13 members of the Executive Committee of the Arlington Group, an umbrella alliance of 60 religious conservative groups, including Gary Bauer of American Values, Richard Land of the Southern Baptist Convention, Tony Perkins of the Family Research Council, Paul Wyrick of the Free Congress Foundation, and the Reverend Bill Owens, a black minister. Also on the call were Justice Nathan Hecht of the Texas Supreme Court and Judge Ed Kincaid, a Dallas-based federal trial judge. Mr. Dobson says he was surprised the next day to learn that Justice Hecht and Judge Kincaid were joining the Arlington Group call. He was asked to introduce the two of them, which he considered awkward given they'd never spoken with Justice Hecht and only once to Judge Kincaid. According to the notes of the call, Mr. Dobson introduced them by saying, Karl Rove suggested that we talk with these gentlemen because they can confirm specific reasons why Harriet Miers might be a better candidate than some of us think. What followed, according to the notes, was a freewheeling discussion about many topics, including same-sex marriage. Justice Hecht said he had never discussed that issue with Ms. Miers. Then an unidentified voice asked the two men, based on your knowledge of her, if she had the opportunity, do you believe she would vote to overturn Roe v. Wade? Judge Kincaid said, Absolutely. I agree with that, said Justice Hecht. I concur. Would she overturn Roe v. Wade? Would she vote for that? Absolutely. Absolutely. Shortly thereafter, according to the notes, Mr. Dobson apologized, said he had to leave the discussion. That's all I need to know, and I'll get off and make some calls. When asked about his comments in the notes I have, Mr. Dobson confirmed some of them and said it was very possible he made the others. He said he didn't specifically recall the comments of the two judges on Roe v. Wade. Right. Judge Kincaid, through his secretary, declined to discuss the matter. Justice Hecht told me he remembers participating in the call, but can't recollect who invited him or many specifics about it. He said he did tell the group that Ms. Miers was pro-life, a characterization he's repeated in public. But he says when somebody asked him about her stand overturning Roe v. Wade, he answered, I don't know. He doesn't recall what Judge Kincaid said. Everybody's got Alzheimer's like Judith Miller, you know it? But several people who participated in the call confirmed that both jurists stated Ms. Miers would vote to overturn Roe v. Wade. Absolutely. The benign interpretation of the comments is that the two judges were speaking on behalf of themselves, not Ms. Miers of the White House, and they were therefore offering a prediction, not an assurance, about how she would come down on Roe v. Wade. But the people I interviewed who were on the call, took the comments as an assurance, and at least one based on his support for Ms. Miers on them. The conference call will no doubt prove controversial on Capitol Hill, always a tinderbox for rumors that any judicial nominee has taken a stand on Roe v. Wade. Ms. Miers meets today with Senators Dianne Feinstein of California and Chuck Schumer of New York. That was yesterday. Both stalwart Roe supporters who surely will be interested to learn more about her views. After Mr. Dobson's initial comments about things that I probably shouldn't know, Senator Arlen Specter, the pro-Roe Judiciary Committee chairman, said if there are backroom assurances and if there are backroom deals and if there is something that bears on a precondition as to how a nominee is going to vote, I think that's a matter that ought to be known. He and ranking Democrat Pat Leahy of Vermont threatened to subpoena Mr. Dobson as a witness. Some participants in the October 3rd conference call fear that they'll be called to testify at Ms. Miers' hearings. If the call is as you describe it, an effort will be made to subpoena everyone on it, a Judiciary Committee staffer told me. It is possible that a tape or notes of the call are already in the hands of committee staffers. Some people were on speakerphones allowing other people to listen in. Others could have been on extensions, one participant told me. Should hearings begin on November 7th, as is now tentatively planned, they would likely turn to a spectacle. Mr. Specter has said he plans to press Ms. Miers very hard on whether Roe v. Wade is settled law. She'll have hearings like no nominee has ever had to sit through. Chuck Todd, editor of the Political Tip Sheet Hotline, told radio host John Batchelor, one slip up on camera and she is toast. Well, then she can go to work on 790. Should she survive the hearings, liberal groups may demand that Democrats filibuster her. Republican senators already hesitant to back Ms. Miers after heavy blowback from their conservative base will likely will to trigger the so-called nuclear option. The nomination is in real trouble, one GOP senator told me. Not one senator wants to go through the agony of these hearings, even those who want to vote for her. Even if Ms. Miers avoids a filibuster, it's possible Democrats would join with dissident Republicans to defeat her outright. There are philosophical reasons for Republican senators to oppose Ms. Miers. In 1987, the liberal onslaught on Robert Bork dramatically changed the confirmation process. The verb to bork, meaning to savage a nominee and distort his record, entered the vocabulary, and many liberals now acknowledge that the anti-Bork campaign had bad consequences. It led to more stealth nominees, with presidents hoping their scant paper trail would shield them from attack. President Bush has now gone further in internalizing the lessons of the Bork debacle. Harriet Miers is a super stealth nominee, a close friend of the president with no available paper trail who keeps her cards so close to her chest they might as well be plastered on it. If Ms. Miers is confirmed, it'll reinforce the popular belief that the Supreme Court is more about political outcomes than the rule of law. How do you like that from the right-wing, obnoxious, goose-stepping Wall Street Journal?
Nice.
Yeah. You go, Harriet, and James Dobson, all you other Farbisson right-wing religionists, all you fakers. Yeah, don't come back soon.
Gary McElhenney.
We brief the media here and the press on what's happening.
Come on, let's hear about it real quick.
Acting with an abundance of caution, the decision was made today to close the Baltimore Harbor Tunnel, Interstate I-895, and limit traffic to the Fort McHenry Tunnel, Interstate 95. The decision was based on an ongoing investigation being conducted with our partners, both on the federal, state, and local side of law enforcement. Transportation Authority Police have drilled for this situation in the past. We have worked through these scenarios. We have practiced the exact same thing that we began implementing.
Yeah, good. We're glad to hear. It sounds like New York Part 2 then all over again. Somebody says Jane Hathaway from the Beverly Hillbillies. Now, since I didn't watch that show, who's that? Who that?
Nancy Culp, the lesbian.
Yeah.
You know, Mr. Drysdale's secretary.
A lesbian on Beverly Hillbillies?
Well, she wasn't one in the show, just in real life.
Oh, I see. Well, put her on here, okay, because that's a horrible show.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
This is Ron McGill from Miami Metro Zoo, and I listen to that Neil Rogers 1 and 2 hour. Hell, it's even better than Sex with the Animals.
PBS presents Martin Scorsese's long-awaited documentary, No Direction Home, starring Joe Pesci as Bob Dylan.
What do you mean, I'm a folk singer? I'm a folk singer how? I amuse you? I make you think? I'm here to freaking strum a guitar for you, huh?
With a special appearance by Robert De Niro.
Oh, hey, you're not going to have it all a little bit. A little bit, you're not going to have it all a little bit.
Plus, Scorsese's take on the seminal moment when Dylan goes electric.
Hey, shut up or you'll all end up in a hole. You think I don't know how to dig a hole? I'll dig a hole. First, I got to stop by my mom's house for a shovel.
That's tonight, only on PBS.
Thanks, you SOBs.
101 at 560 WQAM, 827 votes. That means we got a shot. Not an outside shot. It's a long shot.
All
right. You know what I mean? That kind of a shot. Oh, there's Kara Phillips speaking of a shot. Well, she makes me ill. Talk about a suck-up. Talk about a real piece of crap, who now is not just a newsreader, but now she's an editorializer. She's a commentator. Idiot. Bitch.
I see.
Yeah. I think Pat Robertson needs to start thinking about her very seriously. 827 votes on that poll, the most obnoxious character from any TV show ever. See, they're just toying with us today, you know? They want us to, do it real easy. Nothing should ever be easy, because they know that we're just coasting until Friday when the book comes out. We're coasting until the middle of the week when all these big indictments come down from Patrick Fitzgerald, and then we're also coasting until the big blow comes from Wilma.
Who is?
Yeah. Walmart sues Miramar. Speaking of your favorite people, Walmart sues Miramar over rejection of store. Walmart attorneys filed a petition this month against the city of Miramar, alleging that the city commission erred when it denied a rezoning that would have cleared the way for a Walmart supercenter to be built in Miramar. Well, you know what? Hubman Dreard.
Amen.
The petition, which asked the Broward Circuit Court to throw out the decision made by commissioners, says that the city commission failed to apply the correct law when it denied the zoning change. In addition, the petition says that one of the newly elected commissioners, John Moore, should have been disqualified from voting because he had voted as a planning and zoning board member against the supercenter. On September 7th, the Miramar City Commission voted 4-1 to deny rezoning the northeast corner of Miramar Parkway and Flamingo Road from a rural to B2 community business. Walmart wanted to build a 220,000-plus square feet store. However, many nearby homeowners complained that the store would diminish their quality of life with increased traffic, lower property values, and excessive crime. And not only that, but who wants to be living in the shadow of Walmart? Ooh, unclean, man. So how are we doing on here? We're getting a flurry on here or what? Because if we don't, it's well, I guess we'll have to stay until 3. That's the deal. 8:31. They're coming
plans,
in man. They're coming in by the ones. Well, you don't have to be there. Josh will stick around.
He's going to the Guar show too.
What time is that?
Like 10, 9.
Oh, well, oh yeah.
Well, you got to get ready
Takes
for it.
Takes several hours to get ready for that.
Got a nap, got a shower, put on all your makeup.
Get out your hacksaw and crank it up a little bit. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. Let's get a lot of calls in this last hour because obviously we're not going to make our 1,000 votes, and we're going to be pretty PO'd about it. You know, going to ruin my day. WQAM, hello. QAM. WQAM, hello.
Yes, I have one for you, Paul.
Yes,
How about Joey Lawrence from Blossom? Remember he
Joey Lawrence
Whoa!
from Obnoxious, yes.
Whoa. Yeah, so annoying.
Good
All right,
choice.
thanks.
Although, who was that I liked on Blossom? David, whatever his name was, but then he turned out to be like, whatever.
Okay.
Joey from Blossom, that's a good choice.
Whoa.
Yeah, 567-0560, pound 560 in the Verizon Singular Wireless line. No comments about Geldy and the fine job he's doing the Panther games. You see, unless they're going to rip somebody, they can't say anything good about anybody. We had one guy yesterday who gave Geldy a little pat on the back, or kind of a squeaky sound when he did it.
It's possible that was the only guy that heard it.
How are you saying that? I heard some of it last night. I even played some of the tape this morning.
2 people heard it.
8:31. This is a crisis we have right now. 8:40. Now you see there's 9. There was a nice chunk of 9. Yeah, came in there. This is like trying to get those carry votes in Ohio. I think that the Diebold people have the thing fixed today. WQAM, hello. Yeah. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got one for your poll.
Okay.
Uncle Jesse from Full House.
Okay, thanks. Uncle Jesse from Full House, I know exactly who that is. Nauseating. Full House, is that the show that Blackie's on? John Stamos?
I don't know. Never watched it.
Yes. You better get your Blackie stuff straight now, mister.
Oh, it's straight.
Oh. WQAM, hello.
Hey, I'll get you up over 1,000 in the next hour.
I'll bet.
2 words, Joan Rivers. Rivers.
What character does she play?
Whoa, it has to be a character. Well, her own.
Yeah.
Does it have to be just because that's what the question says?
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be. We'll just let you decide to change the poll, okay? The most obnoxious character from any TV show ever is Joan Rivers never played a character that I know of on any TV show. And
How about Walter Cronkite?
There you go. What about Peter Jennings, rest in pieces, huh? With all that Celine Dion music down there in hell. I just love that bit. Play it again and again. WQAM, hello. WQAM, now that was Joel. I know it. Come on, Joel. Don't be.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good, Pally.
I have 2. Rollo from Sanford and Son and Bob Schieffer. That Rollo was a real step and fetch it spook. You know what I'm talking about?
How many times are you going to hit that thing?
Huh? when it was appropriate. In fact, how's that? How's that? 567-0560. They're all sitting around in Joel's office. You know, he's passing the phone around. Yeah. Hey, Joel, guess what? You can make all the calls you want. In fact, the rumors are pouring out of your building. There's a lot of strife. This is when they start cracking, you know, when there's all the strife and dissension.
He has a strife, you know.
Even Stu Gotts is knocking the boss, bashing the boss to everybody who'll listen. Not a good idea, Stu Gotts. Even though your daddy's got money, he ain't got the money that Joel's daddy's got. Maybe there'd be like a award, the cash titans, the cash money queens or clowns. You think?
No.
8:54. We got to get like about, I would say, 9:20 by the bottom of this hour. Have we got any chance?
No.
Is there any shot?
No.
What do you think?
No.
Come on. 8:54. It's still stuck right on there too. See, what do you got? 8:54. Well, these people are all out there, like I said, buying the bottled water and sucking up all the plywood they can. And of course, they're all on the edge of their seats watching the breaking news about the big counterterrorism effort there in Baltimore. They're stopping the trucks. They're checking it all out. They're getting this guy getting out of his truck. Say, what the hell do you want? The tunnel threat in Baltimore, another one of these phony terror alerts. WQAM, hello.
We love the Panthers. Oh, yes, we do. Rock solid.
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, I got one for you, Paul.
Yes, sir.
Maury Povich.
Yeah, he plays a lot of characters, right. WQAM, hello. QAM, hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to make a comment on the call-in for the Obnoxious People on TV show.
Yes. What do you got?
Mrs. Garrett from Facts of Life and Angel from Rockford Files.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Pally.
All right, bye.
All right, bye. 567-0560. You notice they have nothing to say, but they building a poll. Now, let's see. I got my one for tomorrow already. Is it a builder? It was yesterday. Oh, yeah, actually it is.
Well, good.
Not a big builder. It's a builder. Paul Building's boring. Where is he, by the way?
Now that you asked, maybe he'll call right up.
Did you hear from him last week in the midst of all your other huzzarai?
Sure.
Oh, Paul Building's boring.
You suck.
WQAM, hello.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
Gary Coleman. What you talking about, Willis?
Gary Coleman from, what was that show? Different Strokes.
Different Strokes, very good.
Gave me a stroke. WQAM, hello.
I got 2 for you, Paul Neil.
Yes, sir.
I got Martin Lawrence from Martin.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And Punky Brewster, Soy Moon Fry.
2 good ones.
All right.
Okay. And
Have a good one.
don't forget the Punky Pie.
I want to talk about
See ya. I beg your pardon?
Martin, that was brutal. I want to change my vote.
There you go. Okay. See, I told you there's a lot more. That's why we haven't reached the heights there in the total, because if you would have just told me to take more calls and got all the names on here before like 1 o'clock, then we'd have like probably 1,500 now, don't you think?
Well, I always want you to take calls, but you insist on reading those damn boring stories.
Oh, yeah. Oh, brother.
Speaking of which.
Yes.
What you got?
I got 858 is what I got. What do you got?
Yeah. Man, you put on weight since you've been here.
Yeah, that's how much I weigh. That's from yesterday's double Haagen-Dazs dip. I think that's when we turned the audience away, when they admitted to eating 2 pints.
I hate it when you have those Haagen days.
Of banana nut. It's just a pint is not enough. So just lay off it altogether. That's all I can do. Because a pint just whets my appetite.
Lay off.
And they just got a whole new shipment of it into at my nearby convenience store. Like pints. Like how many pints?
About 30, man.
30,000 of them.
For your convenience.
Yes. WQAM. Hello.
Hello, Neil. How are you?
Pretty damn good.
Oh, that's great. Neil, I have one for your poll, and then I have a comment for you.
Okay.
The one for the poll is anything, absolutely anything with Bob Saget in it.
Okay, well, he's already on there.
Okay, good. And secondly, I want to let you know that you converted me to body wash about 2 years ago. It's the best thing I've ever done.
Thank God. Only idiots are still using soap. The only people using soap are guys who like dropping it.
And lastly, Neil, when you microwave that ice cream, how long do you do it for? Because I've tried it about 3 times, and I keep overdoing it.
99 seconds.
99. I got you.
If it's frozen solid, you rush it right home into the kitchen, and you pop that baby in there.
Okay.
99. Okay, good luck to you, pal. Now, how about you? Now, you probably don't do it that long because you don't like yours quite not. If you do it too long, then you got a real problem because then you got ice cream and soup, and nobody wants just.
I put it in the bowl. I don't nuke it in the container because
You put it in the bowl?
Listen, we have a family. We're not buying the little individual pints. We buy big giant tubs.
You can buy them a half a gallon and get yourself a pint on the side.
So we buy the family-sized tubs, and I make a bowl of it. Depending on how big of a bowl I'm nuking, anywhere from 20 to 40 seconds.
20 to 40 seconds?
That's just fine to get it going.
Oh, my God. What does that do?
It gets it going. It softens it up, and then you eat it around the outside.
Oh, I don't want to get into that. 863 votes on there. We got a real pressure-packed last 48 minutes, boys and girls. We got to lean on it, Get Bill Withers out to lean on it. This is going to be a real challenge today, okay? Can the audience answer the challenge?
No.
That's the question that people from coast to coast and pillar to post are asking. Everybody in the U.S., they don't give a crap about some phony damn alert and, oh, that's the damn alert and Taunton, Mass. I sure hope they don't wash out the dog track. When you think of mattresses, you think of Sealy Posturepedic, the top-selling mattress brand in the USA. It's the gold standard. When you think of buying your next Sealy Posturepedic, think only of Dial-A-Mattress. 1-800-MATTRESS. That easy call is the easiest possible way to get you a great new Sealy Posturepedic. With Dial-A-Mattress factory direct prices, nobody sells Sealy Posturepedic for less. Dial-A-Mattress carries the area's largest inventory with all sizes and comfort levels in stock, ready for same-day delivery. Like today, for example. You can get a better night's sleep starting as soon as tonight. 1-800-MATTRESS is #1 in customer satisfaction, and still, like always, you choose the date and time for delivery any 2-hour window that you pick, even the very same day that you call, with a no-risk 30-day comfort trial.
About 30, man.
In your own bedroom. Plus free setup, free removal on all deliveries, too. I've used them for a long, long time. You'd have to be a crazy person to go wasting all that gas, time, and money schlepping around town, custom comparison shopping when you can just make that one easy call and get the best deal all the way around. So join over 2 million customers who skip those chain stores for fast, easy, affordable mattresses by calling Dial-A-Mattress. 1-800-MATTRESS. That's 1-800-MATTRES. Leave off the last S because it stands for stupendous savings.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
Hey, fellas, if you're like me and enjoy dabbling in foreign affairs, you've got to be sure your exit strategy leaves her satisfied and you protected. That's why you need Clinton condoms. They're made in China, just like my presidency. Clinton condoms come in 3 sizes, large, medium, and George Stephanopoulos. And you can choose between the non-lubricated Hillary or the Slick Willie. So, the next time you're about to commit an impeachable offense, remember, do not have sex with that woman without a Clinton condom.
118 at 560 WQM, the Momeister at 2. We got Mad Dog 3 solid hours today, 4 to 7.
All right.
And then you got your Panthers at the Devils. Pregame at 7 o'clock. Kelly and Red Deer Randy Moeller at 7:30.
Red Dumb.
Eddie K after the hockey game. Red Dumb. 879. That ain't too good. You know what? If we don't start hopping, if we don't get to that 900 by, I'm thinking 125, we ain't got no shot.
And then we don't come back tomorrow?
We don't come back for days and days. In fact, then we start charging for the entertainment. 880. Nicht good. Maryland Transit Administration says the Harbor Tunnel is going to reopen. In other words, false alarm. Oh, not again. What a surprise. What a shock. Not. Now, the last caller inspired me to go into my shower. Not to take one.
Okay.
But I have a dozen different bottles. I know this will come as a shock to you. You'll find this very odd and peculiar. I really don't care. A dozen different bottles of different flavors of body wash.
All right.
I know that seems silly, but I do it because I feel like it. And some days you feel like that one that you like, that apricot with the beads, you know?
Right.
And some days you feel more like coasting it.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that you just have 12 bottles of just body wash?
Well, then I also got a bottle of shampoo.
Just one kind?
Yeah.
Why not different kinds of shampoo?
Yeah, why not like 12 shampoos?
Because I don't have any hair, because I got my head shaved nice and short.
Oh, all right.
So what am I going to shampoo?
Put body wash on that, too?
No, that's a good idea. No, I really don't know.
You don't wash the top of your head?
What?
You don't wash the top of your head?
With shampoo, yeah.
Okay. Why? You don't have any hair.
Because to get that scaly dandruff off there, man, even if you got like almost no hair. I have real short hair. It's not that I have I'm not a total skinhead, but very close to it. And I like it. I love it. Anyway, will you listen to me? I'm trying to give you some good advice, and you're like, diddling all around.
I got the green apple and the
Forget about the green apple quick step, okay? Down Under Naturals. Have you seen these?
No.
Well, you gotta clean Down Under.
What do you wash with it? Yeah.
Yeah. Down Under Naturals Hydra Beads.
Ooh.
Now, since listen to me. I know you're going to like this because you love that one with the St. Ives apricot with the beads. This has got red Hydra beads. In other words, it's like kind of like in fact, it looks like a flavor of ice cream. Oh, man, I wish it was because I'd eat some on here right now. I might start drinking this.
What's it smell like? Not raspberries, I hope.
No, it smells kind of like peaches.
Okay,
peaches and herb.
That's
no, it smells really good. Hydra beads, lasting moisture for extra dry skin. Well, not only have I always got extra dry skin, but especially when it's starting with the artificial heat now, up north here.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really bad. I get the scaly forehead and really dry. So this is great. And it's got the red beads in it, man, the Hydra beads.
I'll have to check it out. What brand?
Down Under Naturals. They got a whole different line of these. These are great.
I'm looking for Down Under Unnaturals.
You guys that are using soap still, you're probably also still buying 8-tracks on eBay, okay? I mean, get with it. No, seriously,
quadraphonic, baby.
Soap went out with knickers with Pat Boone and his white bucks. Get with the program. Jesus. Oh, here's some bad news. How do you like that? This thing in Baltimore, again they're doing this.
Security analyst. Thanks, Richard.
Yeah, thanks, Dick. Head Start can make hiring decisions based on religion, says the U.S. House. This is just positively unacceptable. It's the American effing way, man. Fascism is in. An amendment to the new funding bill for Head Start promotes discrimination on religious grounds and would deal a devastating blow to some 1 million low-income children and their parents who are dependent on the program, according to a large and varied coalition of U.S. organizations. Late last month, the Republican-led House of Representatives voted 231 to 184 in favor of the so-called School Readiness Act, which renews funding for the anti-poverty preschool program Head Start. Wide bipartisan support for the bill's reauthorization through 2011 melted down after the attachment of a politically charged amendment introduced by Representative Charles Bustani Jr., Republican of Louisiana, and Representative John Bonner, Republican of Ohio. The added provision allows federally funded Head Start centers with religious affiliations to hire and fire workers and parent volunteers based on religious grounds. A similar bill approaching a Senate vote doesn't yet include any such amendment. In 2004, Head Start served about 900,000 kids on a budget of $6.7 billion. Teachers and staff working at Head Start programs housed in religious organizations could immediately be fired of their religion, said the Democratic Values Advocacy Group People for the American Way. Tens of thousands of already at-risk children could lose their teachers, and Head Start could lose thousands of parent volunteers essential to the success of the program merely because those parents do not share the religious beliefs of the host federally funded religious organization, the group said in a statement on their website. You see, this is the going of America, man, the going of America. Unless you're a fundamentalist Christian of exactly the right variety and smell the right flavor, you're out. When in doubt, they're going to, phase you out. Literally. How do you like it? Is that scary or what? This is just like your fat-ass governor with his faith-based jails and his faith-based bullcrap and his faith-based cocaine for his daughter and faith-based booze for the kids. Yeah. They probably pray to Jim Beam every day. Well, how about that Billy on Guiding Light, by the way? Quit looking at the Jim Beam, Billy, where they cut the crap. Getting really tired of him. 889. Have we got a shot or what? I think we're inching toward it. What do you think, Josh? Yay or nay?
Yay.
Yay. Sounds about as enthusiastic. That's what Dave Van Boring says after a Marlins home run. Yay. Oh, no, he says up, and yay. 890. We got a shot. We got about 2 minutes here to get to 900. What do you got? I'm still sitting on 890, and Bandit hurts.
890.
$8.90. Them roids. This is not the usual euphoric. You know what I'm saying? When they're going to put us over the top, they're going to make us sweat bullets to get this thing today. You can relax. All you got to worry about is that hurricane. Okay, it's just going to be a Category 3, and don't get too excited about it. All this terrorist bullcrap is just an obfuscation to get your mind off of Karl Rove and Scooter Libby and Tom DeLay and all of these things. Here's a story that George liked before the show, and I'll probably like it too. Ogden, Utah. Boy, this is rare in a place like that. Some students are wearing pajama bottoms in class.
I do like that story.
There's a new fad of students, mostly girls.
Yeah.
Wearing pajama bottoms to school, and so far administrators are not making a fuss about it. Some days you don't want to get dressed up for school like when it's raining and cold. You just want to be cozy, said Ben Lomond Jr., Elvia Escalante, 16. Elvia. School administrators in Ogden, Weber, and Davis School District say the pajamas have been modest, and there hasn't been a problem. There are worse things a kid could wear to school, said Ross Lunsford, principal of Hillcrest Elementary in Ogden. There's a fine line there, and I think sometimes we need to pick our battles. Should we get into a tussle over pajamas? Said Eileen Nicholas. I mean, if it was good enough for Michael Jackson to wear them to court, why can't the kids wear them to school, right?
Right.
Administrators say there are daily dress code struggles with students who like to wear short skirts, high and low-cut shirts, gang-affiliated apparel, and sagging or low-cut pants that show their underwears. Pajama bottoms would be an improvement for some of our kids, said Ogden High Principal Ed Jensen. I just look at it as something silly, he said. I don't know why teenagers dress the way they do, said Ogden High math teacher Mary Corney. Some students don't think much of the attire. They may be comfy, but makes you look trashy, and it gives you the idea you can just slack off for the day, said Ben Lomond High School senior Alina Marshall, 18. Pajamas are for bedtime, not school. It makes the students more relaxed, so they're not focusing as much on their schoolwork, said senior Tiffany Church, 17. Ben Lomond High Junior Lori Waymont, 16, was wearing pink-flowered cotton pajama bottoms last week because she said they're warm, they're cozy. Ogden High freshman Karen Chacon, 14, said she was wearing her white pajama bottoms with blue vertical stripes because they're comfortable. And Ogden Junior High student Jessica Hanna, 16, wore red pajama pants decorated with black AC/DC letters because it's Friday, you bastards. How do you like that?
Works for me.
So there you go. I guess for easier access, it's great.
You know.
Okay, so what do we got? 896. Uh-oh. What did I say? 900 by what? We're off by like a minute. 899. Oh, come on. Before we do the break, we got to get to 900. We can make this. We can do it. We all put our hands together and clasp our hands, right, and squeeze real hard.
You can do it.
What do you think?
Pajamas.
34 minutes. Yeah, you're still thinking about the damn girls with the pajamas, high school girls. Shame on you. That's got 2 daughters, including one in high school.
Right.
Shame on you.
Well, I'm not looking at her.
Yeah, just her
That's
friends.
All that matters, right?
Yeah, just her girlfriends that she probably has for sleepovers. If you have sick or dying palm trees, or palm trees that just don't look as good as they should, Palm Tree Doctor can help. Palm Tree Doctor is South Florida's leading palm tree expert, specializing in saving sick and dying palm trees. In most cases, the Palm Tree Doctor can save your sick palms at a fraction of the cost of replacing them. No job is too big or too small either. Palm Tree Doctor works for individual homeowners as well as property management companies, homeowners associations, and city governments too. Visit their website, palmtreedoctor.com, for more information, including before and after pictures and references as well. You can even make an appointment right online. Don't forget, if you've got sick or dying palms, the only company you want to be calling is the Palm Tree Doctor, South Florida's original palm tree specialist. Call them today toll-free, 1-866-946-3600. Mention the Neil Rogers Show and get you a $30 credit.
About 30, man.
$30 credit off your initial visit just for mentioning Neil Rogers. Call the Palm Tree Doctor today, 1-866-946-3600, or go right online to palmtreedoctor.com. That's 1-866-946-3600 for the old Palm Tree Doctor when you want very serious results.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
Absolutely.
I do. She knows all I am is hungry for every girl in this world that ever has winked at me. Sure, I lie. I betray. So this breakup I feel is the best thing for me. Those strippers are fine. I feel 1,000 temptations when they seduce me. Oh, Jessica, I do cheat on you. All right. I'll spend the rest of my life Finding another hot wife, I do cheat on you. Cheating's hard to control. I guess I'm just an a-hole. I've waited to say this to you. If you think this breakup's leaving me crushed, guess again.
Remind me to redub that because it sounds like it's got some kind of like a glitch. Okay.
All right. Hey.
Oh, it's probably on the disc, but I better redub it. 9:22. We got 27 minutes for 78 votes. That sounds like a heavy, tall order for this crowd, for this lethargic South Florida crowd. It's all whipped up into a frenzy about Wilma. Some big deal, Wilma. Okay, what kind of a wimpy name is that? Category 3, though. It might huff and puff and blow your house down, but nevertheless, what's more important, protecting your life and family or worrying about our poll?
No contest.
Yeah, poll. 9:23, they're pouring in by the ones now. 77 in 27 minutes. It would be a shame to get right on the verge of 1,000 and then, like, fall short. We can't do that.
Yeah, that would be tragic.
That would be embarrassing. That would be humiliating, degrading. That would be like the book comes out Friday and actually they break a 1 share on the other place.
Oh!
That's right. That's what we're looking for. A lot of that number in your numbers over there. Hot shots, God Almighty, are they something or what?
There's something.
Yeah, we can't say it on here. Hey, Joel, it's gonna be. You can say Kaddish again on Friday. It's gonna be Yom Kippur Revisited.
Oh,
on 790. Nice job on those Dolphin games, though. I'm hearing more and more reports about that. We got Geldy, and look what they got. 9:26, 74 more in 26. That's about a little under 3 a minute. Well, what's the big deal with that? What's the big simus with that? If we got anybody listening at all, this thing should go. In addition to which, it's seen. I could be wrong. See, I get the feeling they don't even like this pool. Don't you?
No, I don't get that feeling.
I get the feeling they're not like all that keen. They're not that Harvey Keen about it, man. The most, I think it's kind of, unless you never watch television, like that guy that never watches movies because he hates movies, that jackass. The most obnoxious character for any TV show ever is, everybody's got to have an opinion on this. You got your Roseanne and the Nanny in a real battle, neck and neck, nose to ass, just like Jennifer Connelly. They're doing the old ass to ass routine. Well, I got to see that movie again, you know.
All right.
I just love that.
It was just on over the weekend.
Was it really? Did you watch it?
I saw it.
Me too.
Now, really?
At the same time, I'll bet.
I'll be damned. Well, that sounds like something sexual there. I'll tell you one thing, if Requiem for a Dream doesn't make you throw away them pills and put down that ice cream. Well, it didn't work for me on the ice cream. Hey, listen, I admitted today, I confessed, being the honest, sometimes guy that I am, when it's convenient, 2 pints of Haagen-Dazs banana nut side by each, back to back, and even more embarrassing and degrading, admitting to watching a 2-hour special on a biography channel on Andy Williams last night.
Now I know what to get you for your birthday.
Oh, no Andy Williams music.
One of those Metal Alert pendants.
Yeah, that would do it.
Fall and not be able to get up because of all the ice cream.
Yeah, Metal Alert. No, you know why I watched it? Because they kept showing him, like a couple of years ago. This was filmed 2 years ago. And I hate to say it, because he was all right. I wasn't crazy about Andy Williams, and the only claim to fame was he got the Osmonds on there. So like that. They had Donnie on there quite a bit, too, and Marie. And they played this, Can't Get Used to It, Losing It. You're losing it. You lost it, Andy. Okay, that's enough. So anyway, he looks at least 140 years old, Andy. He is getting up there. And then they had Claudine Langer on there, and I bet you liked her.
Who?
Claudine Langer.
Don't know who that is.
Get out of here. His ex-wife, the one that shot the skier, her boyfriend.
Sorry. How many hits did she have?
I am aghast. You've got to be kidding me. You don't remember Claudine Langer? She was as hot as a frying pan.
Look it up. Was she like in movies or?
Yeah, an actress, Claudine Langer. Beautiful
like
French.
Huh? Oh, she was French?
Google it, okay? I don't know what the hell movie she was in. She shot her, supposedly it's an accident, her skier boyfriend. I think his name was Scooter or something like that. Scooter Libby. 9:31, we need 69 more. Can we do it in 23 minutes? Oh, they're taking us right down to the wire. They're playing with our emotions today. This is bad. After we were off to that phenomenal start, 9:35, okay? Claudine Langer, she's still alive. Are you Googling it?
I'm looking at a picture of her now, and doesn't ring any bells.
Well, she probably don't look that good now.
She's hot.
Yeah, she was hot, all right. I'm telling you. I can't believe you don't know Claudine Longet. You know who Andy Williams is?
Yeah, probably because he's in our face all the time.
Probably He is not in our face. He went out to, he built the Andy Williams thing in Branson, Missouri, where all the old fuddy-duddy entertainers go. Well, you don't go to Branson, Missouri.
Not as much as I used to.
Oh, I don't want to. I heard enough of that last night, okay? I didn't want to hear his music. I don't want to hear Dear Heart and that silly-ass Henry Mancini.
See how in our face he is?
Yeah, you're right. Derek Z. Jackson, Boston Globe writes, Bush's flam on faith. What do we got on that? I got to keep my eye on that poll. I'm pushing it. 9:35, that's it? How are we going to get 65 votes in 22 minutes? Oh, 9:38. They're pouring in by the threes. Derek writes, by the time our holy roller-in-chief leaves office, we'll really be confused about the role of religion. That's how President Bush wants it, starting with his faith-based initiatives that were merely an excuse for gutting government programs. In recent weeks, this blessed agenda is bumped up against unavoidable hypocrisy. The most obvious is the Supreme Court. Bush named John Roberts to the court under a massive smokescreen. In July, White House spokesman Scott McClellan said, Judge Roberts has said in previous testimony that personal beliefs or views have no role whatsoever when it comes to decisions that judges make. The no-role ploy was meant to fend off liberal critics and hide as much as possible from them about Roberts' personal feelings in his Senate hearings. But when Bush's new pick for the court, Harriet Miers, was criticized as a lightweight conservative by some on the far right, the White House performed what Bush himself called an outreach program on Miers' religious bona fides. James Dobson, a focus on the family, said Karl Rove, Bush's top political advisor, told him that Miers is an evangelical Christian who attends a very conservative church which is almost universally pro-life. Asked about his outreach program, Bush said, they want to know Harriet Miers' background. They want to know as much as they possibly can before they form opinions, and part of Harriet Miers' life is her religion. The assertion of Miers' religiosity to buoy her nomination serves to highlight an even bigger conundrum. Today, the people of Iraq vote on a new constitution. This was Saturday, one that Bush praised in August by saying that Iraq will have a democratic constitution that honors women's rights and the rights of minorities. This conveniently ignores the fact that the Iraqi constitution says right up front that Islam is the official religion of the government and is a fundamental source of legislation. Many human rights watchers worry that such language, given how Islamic law is sometimes applied by men, will end up being used to oppress women. Thus, at home, Bush uses religion to hint broadly to supporters who want to do away with abortion rights that Miers is safe for a seat on our Supreme Court, even though the U.S. is a nation where the vast majority of Americans think abortion in varying degrees should be an option. Only 29% of Americans want to see Roe v. Wade decision legalizing abortion overturned, according to both a Pew poll in July and a USA Today CNN Gallup poll in June. The manipulation of religion is even worse given the fatal consequences for his adventures abroad. When journalist Bob Woodward asked Bush if he consulted with his former president father about invading Iraq, Bush said, he is the wrong father to appeal to in terms of strength. There is a higher father that I appeal to. Last week, in an address before the National Endowment for Democracy, Bush once again wrongly and willfully conflated Iraq, where no weapons of mass destruction were found, with 9/11, Hitler, Stalin, and Pol Pot. In doing so, he decried the evil of terrorists who misuse religion. This ideology is very different from the religion of Islam, Bush said. This form of radicalism exploits Islam to serve as a violent political vision, the establishment by terrorism and subversion and insurgency of totalitarian empire that denies all political and religious freedom. Bush added, like the ideology of communism, our new enemy teaches that innocent individuals can be sacrificed to serve a political vision, and this explains their cold-blooded contempt for human life. 2.5 years after the invasion, Bush has said nothing about the tens of thousands of innocent Iraqis who were sacrificed to serve his own political vision. There's no doubt that the blood of former dictator Saddam Hussein ran cold with thousands of deaths on his hands, but with chaos still in the streets of Iraq, with car bombs taking out dozens of people every few days, and a constitution that doesn't even try to separate church and state, it remains frightfully unclear what Bush has taught us. In the speech on his war on terror last week, Bush had the gall to quote the part of the Quran that says, killing an innocent human being is like killing all humanity. The time has come for all responsible Islamic leaders to join in denouncing an ideology that exploits Islam for political ends. He said this as a president who has exploited Christianity for his own political ends, and a presidency that's displayed a cold-blooded contempt for innocent Iraqis and democracy right here at home. 9:46, what do you think?
About what, Claudine?
Claudine Longet.
I think she's hot. I looked at her filmography. She was on, McHale's Navy. She was on the Andy Williams show.
9:50. You better start reading up on her because, believe me, you'd probably do her right now.
Yeah,
18 till 2, we need 50 votes, or we're going to, have a fit.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 GAM.
Owen
Wilson and Vince Vaughn took bad taste to new heights. Now they're taking it 6 feet underground in Funeral Crashers.
Well, there's the Davis family. That looks like a classy service.
Dude, the O'Reilly family is the one that's going to rock.
You think?
How can we pass up an Irish wake?
It's the drop-dead comedy sequel of the year, Funeral Crashers.
Mrs. Sanchez, we're really sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Yeah, really. So, do you have a sister? Maybe a daughter, perhaps?
What?
Vince Vaughn.
We got to go. I have a stage 5 mourner.
And Owen Wilson.
They say we only use 10% of our brain. I think we only use 10% of our tears.
In Funeral Crashers.
It's funeral season, kid.
Coming soon to a parlor near you.
I'll tell you one thing. They don't listen to this show. We use more than 10% of our brain.
About 30, man.
That's right. I'll tell you, 961, though, don't look too good. 39 votes in 13 minutes. That's 3 a minute. That's 1 every 20 seconds. Is that a lot to ask?
No.
No.
Is that so much to ask?
Right. 961, man, on this poll today. We're like just itching, jonesing for 1,000. You could do it. Put your nose in the grindstone, man, and then grind it. So our buddy Steve in Louisville, Kentucky, of all places, and we're so sorry for him for that, he says the name of the skier killed by Claudine Langer was Spider Savage, and that's right.
Who?
Some skiing guy. That was her fiancé after she got divorced from Andy.
She shot him?
Yeah, it was an accident, she said.
Shooting her gun, maybe.
Yeah. What do you got? I got 961. We're going to have to ride this right up to the end. You know what? If we fall short, 964. We got 12 minutes and 36. That's still 3 a minute. Oh, God. I don't think we've ever had this kind of pressure. Have we right up to the ass end?
No.
Never.
Never.
That's South Florida for you, man. Just when you think you got it licked. All we want to be able to say is,
we did it!
That's all. Just once. Not like him.
We did it!
Wow.
Did what?
That's embarrassing. I don't think we want to know.
I don't want to
Ask Hank. He'll talk about it tomorrow. Authorities closed 1 and 2. Here's the update on this latest bogus terror alert. Well, wait till you hear this, too. The Baltimore Harbor Tunnel was closed and the Fort McHenry Tunnel was reduced to 1 lane in traffic in each direction, said Lieutenant Colonel David Franklin of the Maryland Transportation Authority Police. The closures began around 11:30 this morning, and officers began reopening the tubes, about 1:15 this afternoon, about half an hour ago. The safe thing right now is to allow these tunnels to reopen, said Chief Gary McClinney of the Transportation Authority Police. Now listen to this. We received some information a couple of days ago with a possible threat to a tunnel. Nothing specific, said Carla McIntosh, spokeswoman for the FBI in Baltimore. Jim Pettit, a spokesman for the governor's Homeland Security Office, said the closures were made out of an abundance of caution. How many times did they use that? Every minute in the last half an hour.
About 30, man.
Abundance of caution.
Better safe than sorry.
They received the information a couple of days ago. A federal law enforcement official, speaking, of course, on the condition of anonymity because he values his life, said the threat was phoned into authorities by a person claiming to have information from overseas. Authorities were skeptical of the claim, but were checking it out. When in doubt, let's check it out. This is getting really ponderous, okay? They got this call a couple of days ago.
Yeah?
And just mitten to ridden, as they say in China, all of a sudden they decided at 11:30 this morning, well, let's put on a good dog and pony show now.
Well, they're sitting on it for the news that's about to come out.
They're sitting on it all right, and it's a real pain. It's a real roid. 10 minutes to go. We need 36. We're not going to do this. This is going to be so embarrassing. Huh?
We can do it.
Oh, 982. We just got a big flurry in there. We got a big clump, a big cluster, like roids. We need 18 in 10 minutes. That should be easy enough, shouldn't it? We can do that.
Should be.
Let's keep rebooting and whatever. 983. They're taking us right. They're playing with us today, man. They're taking us right down to the ass end of this thing. It is so cute. So typically South Florida. WQAM, hello.
I'd like to vote for Reverend Jones.
WQAM, hello. We'd like to kill Reverend Jones, to be honest with you. QAM, hello.
How you doing, Neil?
Pretty good, Pally.
I got a pair for your poll here. The noxious Victoria Barkley from the Big Valley.
Okay.
And how about the silly Pee Wee Herman?
Yeah.
That's all I got, my friend.
From Playways Pea House? I mean, okay. Is that what it's called, Playways Pea House? 983. Let's take a puke at this, okay?
Start puking.
991. Oh, we're going to do it. See, you keep giving me, we're not going to do it. You're so negative, man.
Negative,
no wonder Greg hates you like poison. I want to, listen, when that number comes out on Friday, when the book comes out, and we're number 1 in men again at midday, which you were on most of the summer, I want him to come in there. I want you to stand up, drop your trousers, and I want him to kiss both cheeks.
Right.
Yeah.
Rectum.
I'm serious.
Sure.
I want him to go kissy-kissy all over your smelly, hairy butt. In fact, Josh will even take pictures of it. We'll put it on the website.
Listen here. It's not smelly.
Yeah, like I said, I want him to. In fact, if he used that body wash I was telling you about, it might be really appealing
like
to
green
him.
apples today.
And of course, especially if he's leaving at the end of the year, like I said to Hank yesterday, how's that going to affect his wild social life? At any rate. Oh, man. That Greg, you talk about a silly guy. He is silly and dangerous, kind of like your president. Look at this. 909. Oh, we did it already. This is not exciting at all. See, I want to say thanks for helping us over the top, but it would have been so much more fun to take it right down to the end, you know? And then just, like, get up and put your pants on and walk out.
This is Neil Rogers. This is 560 QAM.
We did it!
Hey everybody, I'm Brownie Brown. Accountable for everybody brown that drowned. As a human being, I'm a big disappointment, but I got a brown nose and I knows where to point it. There was no rush to get them saved. They don't vote Republican anyway. I did everything I possibly can to show my support for the Ku Klux Klan. Oh, what a job I had as director of FEMA, when I ain't much more than a weaselly schemer and a clueless son of a bitch. Gets his gigs, brown nose in the ridge. Gets his gigs, brown nose in the ridge. New Orleans is wiped out and gone, but W said I did one heck of a job, and it sure pays off to be a crony and another white-pasty Christian phony. The National Guard is down there now, with orders just to get the press out of town. Everybody go home, there's nothing to see. Everything here is peachy keen. Oh, the hurricane gave us the big easy for neocon social engineering, like a giant Republican squeegee. Praise Jesus Bush, our Lord and King. Praise Jesus Bush, our Lord and King. I don't believe compassion's what we lack. It serves the right to hapless blacks and you dissenters who say it's a national disgrace. They shouldn't have been black in the first place. This is no time to play the blame game, since we know that hurricanes are caused by gays who are not the right kind of homo. Like Scotty McClellan and Karl Rove, oh, we're achieving the American right-wing dream to make everybody white like me, and an ignorant son of a bitch who gets his job brown nose in the ridge. Oh, how I miss petting my Arabian horses. I'd rather do that than watch floating corpses. I'm a negligent murderer now. Absolutely. I'm going down to keep my nose brown. I'm a negligent murderer now, but I'll keep going down to keep my nose brown.
Heck of a job, baby. 1,020 votes. We did it. Oh! Nice going. Thank you so much. Don't we want to thank everybody out there? No.
We won the World Series.
We did it. We did it, man. Anyway, 1,020 votes. Piece of cake like falling off a rock, like I said. Roseanne, and it's a two-horse race. Roseanne, 253, and the nanny, 227.
Bye, bye, bye.